welcome everybody to... Oh no. Music hit again. What the heck? Stop. Okay. Alright, well welcome everybody to the Beneath Fallen Skies. A couple things before we do get started today. Breezy may or may not be here later. We shall see. He's probably okay, based off of the information I have.
Probably.
If he's not okay, he had a good time. Just saying.
Also probably. That's fair.
Yes. If you know someone who wants to play one of my games, send them my way. I'd love to talk about either getting on the waitlist for a campaign slot or getting into a one-shot. Speaking of one-shots, I do have a one-shot coming up on May 31st with Bubble Laser. We are hosting Bubble Laser as a special guest. And if you sign up for that, you do get art as part of the ticket. Those tickets are available right on the front page of gmeric.com. So go check that out. Those are a lot of fun. If you've not gotten to play with Bubble Laser, she is an absolute blast, and her art is amazing.
Yep, on both accounts. I can vouch for this.
We also have the Patreon over at patreon.com/gmeric. We did the early announcement for this over at Patreon, and we also do art reveals and other things on Patreon, so go check that out. We have the GM Tip videos, archives, and podcasts over on YouTube. If you do watch those, do hit the thumbs up. It does help me out a ton. Toss a comment in there if you like it a lot. We also have the clip contest going on in Discord, so if there's a moment from the session you like, toss that clip or timestamp in the Discord, and you'll be automatically entered to win a prize at the end of the month. But let's go ahead and get you guys started, because we've got a lot to cover today, and it's time to play some D&D. So, last time, Beneath Fallen Skies, we found you out here in the lands of Toivoa, trying to head towards Miserin, but you stopped at the coast as a storm was rolling in. When you decided to hunker down for the night, the rain got heavy and you guys heard various elementals crashing against your ship. You woke up and dealt with the threat, including a serpentine figure that you've managed to defeat. The storm has passed, and we break out with a new dawn. So, the question becomes, what would you guys like to do?
Well, the storm is over. Did we get a long rest if we woke up with a new dawn then, Eric?
You did get a long rest, and I do need to get Deus on the screen here because he cannot see anything. He just hasn't said anything about it yet.
No, I can see. I can see the screen.
Okay,
yeah, I can see the map. I see everyone. I just don't see myself.
You don't see yourself? That's because you're below decks. Hiding. There you go.
Jimmy's gonna start banging on the floorboards, like, Deuce, wake up, we're leaving.
Deus will kind of poke his head out. Is everything all right? You're good?
Yeah, we fought some water elementals while you were moping below deck.
Oh, I see. Research takes a lot out of me, I apologize, but I don't
know, but I'll take your word for it.
I apologize, but rest assured I will carry my weight for the next one.
You also missed meeting a Quaddle.
Would...
Go ahead. What was the question, sir?
Would Deus be familiar with the term?
With the term Quaddle? Let's roll a history check.
Yeah, with Quaddles.
Yeah, roll a history.
You're shooting for about a 12. Yeah, you're familiar with what a Quaddle is. Essentially, a winged serpent.
An angelic or divine winged serpent.
Yeah. Celestial winged serpent.
Yeah. I guess, celestial is what I was looking for there.
Yeah.
This will... well, Instagrant. It doesn't appear that anyone is lost or we lost everyone. Everyone seems to be good.
Yeah, Breezy's still asleep. I thought about smothering her, but, I couldn't bring myself to do it.
He's too cute.
Now, Jimmy's like that angry neighbor, like Breezy's like the 9-year-old daughter of the house next door that keeps getting on his lawn and messing with his petunias, but
Ah,
like he can't quite bring himself to do anything about it.
understood. So Jimmerly
She,
is Homer Simpson.
I was thinking Dennis the Menace and the neighbor whose
Oh,
name I can't remember,
Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson. So Jimmy's Mr. Wilson, and then Breezy's Dennis the Menace.
Understood.
So storm passed. Should we start working on going across the ocean now? Then
The just out off above the table, you guys wanted to try to harvest the creatures that we killed.
We could. What is that? What has that been in the past? Survivals?
No,
right?
so that's the thing. Well, yes, we talked about wanting to use Heliana, and that would be a good opportunity to do Heliana, or whatever. I'm just saying, if you wanna, because we can get the magic essence from the elementals and whatever else that
We
other
can't.
creature is. as well.
You only have a very 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 small window technically to pull magic essences, unless Eric's
That
gonna.
we literally just killed them.
I thought we just took a long rest.
You
I guess we
guys-
could retcon that in that aspect of harvesting them.
the air elementals have essentially dissipated, but this creature here is still right here.
Okay.
And what kind
Oh.
of creature is that?
It is called the Bakunawa, the Filipino
I don't mean
dragon.
that. I feel a dragon. Okay, so we have a dragon in our hands. Is the people you guys want to harvest anything from this dragon?
Uh,
Uh,
You can get its essence. What is the CR for the dragon, Eric?
The dragon here is a CR10.
Okay, so this is a robust essence, good enough to make rare magical items. The DC on it is 30.
for the essence, yeah. I mean, like essence DC is tough on anything. Even like a CR3 is 30. Like that's
I
yeah.
don't mind. Fine.
Then you gotta look at what is the
You have access to eyes, and there are 2 eyes. There's a hide. There's a whole bunch of teeth, and
Is there breath sack as well?
there would be a breath sack. Yes.
Okay. Was there anything that anybody wants to get?
Deus will kind of examine this. You said teeth, eyes,
Eye,
lungs.
yeah.
And this is a survival check because it is a dragon kin.
Okay.
that's what I was.
Firstly, this is it's not just a survival check. This is you do an assessment check,
Right.
Yeah.
and then you do the carving check,
Correct.
and then put all those two together. It tells you how much you were able to get out.
Yep.
The,
I need
the assessment check is an intelligence modifier plus proficiency.
Okay.
If applicable.
If you have proficiency in the right skill.
Correct. Yes. So if it's survival check, because as a dragon would be, do have a, it is an intelligence modifier. So basically a survival intelligence check to do the assessment. Who would
Right.
like to do that?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So
So it's
dragon
it's essentially survival, but you're using intelligence proficiency.
Correct.
yeah.
So-
So what it would be? No. It'd be if you have survival, you get
As a
to
proficiency.
add your proficiency bonus. So it's intelligence plus proficiency if you have survival proficiency.
Okay. Yeah. So I do. So it'd just be a +5 +4. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll history because it's the same modifier, but it's survival.
It's
Yes, no problem.
I will assist you because I have proficiency in survival as well. I just want to have good int
Mhm. Okay.
so you can get.
Pretty good. Y'all hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yes.
Okay.
So you
Wow,
got
that was
23.
weird.
Yeah. All right. So we got 23 on that, and then the harvesting aspect is also interesting because it's
Yeah,
a
the
community.
carving is it's a dexterity modifier and then whatever proficiency you have on the skill, you apply the proficiency modifier from that proficiency. So it's whatever skill it is, but it's a dexterity modifier.
I believe it's still survival because it's still the associated skill for dragon is survival. So it'd be dexterity
That would
survival.
That's right.
So I got
Dex
I have a-
prof. That would not be very
I
good
got a-
for me.
I got a +5 dex.
You have proficiency in survival.
I do not.
So that's where things get a little bit more interesting.
I would have a +6. I have a 2 in Dex, but the 4 with proficiency.
Yeah, you like to do that?
So and then so what
Can
we
I
gotta do
still-
though. No. Before we do that, we have to decide what we want. So how this will
What
work?
would you like?
Yes,
That's
well,
up
Is there
to
anything we can? Is there anything we can use to make potions with?
Eric?
Would assume
So we
probably
got-
maybe the eyes.
The eyes, maybe.
yeah, potions are
The eyes
mostly
fairly
like
easy to do. We already, I think the eyes we already have. We should put a the eyes at DC5. So if we want,
gotta find that list.
So
we have the I have a spread. The spreadsheet has got the whole thing.
Oh, does
Okay.
it have it
So-
on there?
Yeah, yeah.
Eyes-
You got the
eyes-
breath sac. We have a heart. We could obviously there's a thing. Here's the list. So breath sacs 20 DC 25. Heart is DC 20. Horn, livers, and pouch of scales DC 15.
Mhm.
Bone, eggs, fat, pouch of claws, pouch of teeth is DC 10. And eye, flesh, vial of blood is DC 5.
this one does not have a lot of fat, but it does have, and it doesn't have an egg, but bones, claws. It does have little claws, and it does have teeth and bones.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I went ahead and added a little screenshot, Dan, that has the associated skills on
Oh,
there.
please, yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know what
Yeah.
the skills were.
Yeah,
But
I-
everything else here, you could just change the type there. But I set
Oh.
it to dragon.
Okay, so
and,
Tomo
You
has.
can just enter the
Yeah,
stuff.
Tomo's got a better set for this
Alright.
thing too.
So we're already 23 on the assessment. We just need the carving check now.
Okay, before the
So,
carving
oh,
check.
what-
Before the
Yeah.
carving check. Tomo. Did you roll the assessment?
I
You
rolled
roll-
the assessment.
No, that was somebody else.
We
Okay.
have 23
It
assessments.
has to be
Okay.
somebody else. It has to be two different people doing the checks.
All right.
One does
Oh, no.
assessment, the other one
Or you
does
get
the
Or you get disadvantage
All right.
unless you have two different feats.
So who's rolling the assessment?
We
I
already rolled, yeah.
Deus rolled the
Oh.
assessment.
Oh, that's the history?
It's the history roll, but it's supposed to be survival. so
Understood.
It's an int survival.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. No.
So, Deus, as you are analyzing this thing, you notice that in its belly there are 2 items.
I will take out a small knife. I have a small knife. And I'll be like, stand back. I believe I found something within the body. Trust me, I'm a doctor. And I'm going to try to remove them.
All right.
Deuce, I love you, but the last thing I'm gonna do is trust you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I never
said I was
a doctor of medicine. And I'm just covered into him.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
All right. So,
He's holding the body in place for you, so you can do the cutting since he's assisting.
understood.
So, Dale, are you doing is this the carving check then?
No, this is just collecting the 2 items within its stomach.
That's fine. Go for it.
Like gut in a shark.
Yeah, I get it.
All right. So, as you dig into it, you're going to see something that looks like this and something that looks like this.
Ooh, very nice.
He'll pull the things out. Well, whatever it was that this thing ate last, it was very bourgeois. But I believe these may have some practical uses for us. And I will step aside. I'll kind of clear the space so that way Tomo can start to get in. And I'll start identifying them.
Okay.
I'll also assist you, Tomo, for the carving.
Yeah. So, Tomo, you roll a dexterity check, and you add your proficiency.
Yep, which would be +9 total. I'm just going to roll stealth because that has +9 right now.
Go for it. Okay.
So we got a
17.
total of 40. And
Yeah,
we
we got a total
were...
of 40.
So, you guys can collect the breath sac and a liver.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to give you guys the total of the 40. So it's 25 plus
That's
15.
fine. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll put in on the loot that we have Bacchanal. Thank you, guys. Bacchanal breath sack and liver. Who would like to carry that?
We don't really have good storage yet, do we?
No, but we can use it straight away, I suppose. Nero, you wanted to do some potion?
Yeah. Totally.
Lumi will kind of point at the items and say for you to get them.
The breath sack we might want to save for enchanting purposes, making something cool or whatnot.
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. So what am I adding to my inventory?
It's on a loot. It's on a.
Oh, you got it on the spreadsheet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Um.
Cool.
Yep. What you guys think about this, Heliana?
It's a great system. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So let's just then let's use it. Okay. Cool. What is these items that you found there, Mr. Juice?
We found the booty of the fishling.
Oh, you still talking like that then?
Yar.
Ivy. Your mic's got a problem again. It's cutting out.
I think he may be cursed or diseased or something.
I think so. Maybe it's the.
Well, I could cure that, but
You could. What could you do?
I mean, I could cure disease. I can't cure curses, but
Lumi looks at Johannes and looks at him. Oh,
no, I'm not sending him to hell.
Method.
Well, yes. There's the unconscious method. There's sending him to hell method. That would clear a curse, but it's watching him open his mouth up and down and not be able to say anything. I'll settle with this. I haven't had my coffee yet, so I need something to help me enjoy the morning.
If this truly is some sort of curse, I believe if I were given a day to prepare and get some spells ready, I might be able to help him out. All I'm saying is that I have removed curse if he is actually cursed.
I don't think he is.
I think his Discord's cursed, but
I know it's Discord. I'm cursed.
He came back for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Deus, what did you find there?
Oh yeah, I don't think I was. Deus, just kind of holding the cloak. You'll identify it. And, once you realize what it is, you're like, put it down, grab the other item, same thing, kind of unchain, and then, one of them the cloak, one of them's the necklace. He'll just kind of like spin the necklace, kind of like around his hand. I'll be honest, I have seen a few of these before, just in my research. This is a circlet of a moonstone circlet. It provides an individual with the capabilities to see in the dark, as well as allowing them to harness a bit of the arcane and cast a specific spell. This, on the other hand, and he'll hold up the cloak, it's just a silvered scale cloak. It allows an individual to have some defenses against radiant magics. And if you so happen to fall and can't catch yourself, if it's a large enough fall, the cloak will activate and allow you to sort of slow your descent.
Oh, interesting.
Did I display both of those? Yeah, I did. Okay.
A moonstone circlet.
Those are both interesting.
They both require attunement.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what Jimmy's most limited resources.
Attunement slots.
Yeah.
Attunement slots.
Indeed. Oh, this we could we should put it in storage for now. Lumi looks over the towards the beach, towards the lightning rod that was hit by the creature's attacks a few times.
Yes.
And she looks at Breezy and wonder, I wonder whether your lightning rod was recharged, Breezy.
She's still
She goes
snoring.
in. She's still snoring, so Lumi will go and check. I think it was around here.
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like?
It looks like it got struck by lightning a couple times, but it's a piece of metal in a tree.
With a crystal in it.
Yep.
Nothing happened to the crystals? Or
The crystal is not recharged, no.
Okay. Lumi will take the piece of metal out and the crystal and bring it back to the boat.
Okay.
And then put it next to Breezy.
Okay.
Then what? Shall we continue our travels?
Probably. We're not doing anything over here. We do have some, time restraints. If I was paying attention right,
True.
which
we do.
is debatable.
Then let's go.
All right.
Nero is.
Since
I think
Nero
we're
is
already.
he's choking on his pirate accent, I'll go ahead and I'll pilot the ship.
Okay.
That would be nice. It would be good to have the ship back in steady hands.
His hands are steady. He did a perfect takeoff yesterday.
Who said that?
A voice in your head.
Nope.
Which one? Deuce has like 900 of them. They may
Many voices.
they may be
Ronald, is it you again?
Maybe
What
spreading.
are you doing now?
The schizophrenia is real. Alright. So, Mr. Jimmerly, can I get your air vehicles checked?
You sure can. My air vehicles is D20 plus 9. I'll guidance myself. 1D20 plus 1D4 plus 9. 27.
And off we go.
Steady hands.
As you guys take off, are you guys going down the coast or are you going out to sea?
Jimmy is going out to sea.
All right.
Oh my. Not what we discussed before. That's fine.
I thought we were going across the ocean. Did I not remember right? I can make a right.
Were didn't well, I suppose the storm's already passed. We could go back to our original route.
That's what I was thinking, but if we had something else, I just don't remember. Jimmy has better memory than Joe. Joe does not have the greatest memory.
I understand. We discussed about following the coast south towards towards the Misery.
We can do that, sure. So I guess we're going the coast route, Eric.
We're going the coast route.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back. Is me Discord working?
It is.
All right. That's a good thing.
Lol.
Lol.
Me damn internet be sucking today.
That's more than your internet.
So, as you guys are headed south along the coast, Tomo seems to be active doing something.
I'm driving the ship, so I probably don't remember that. I don't see that very much here.
Master Tomo, what you be doing today?
What are you studying there, Mr. Tomo?
What am I studying?
I sent it to you in Discord. I think you and I actually talked about it in Discord.
Oh, yes, yes. I was just considering the stone etching that we found the other day in the cave.
What about it?
I believe I've figured out what the translation is.
Oh, you did? How?
It came to me in a dream.
Oh,
In a dream.
in a dream? I
Makes sense to me.
interesting. What is it then? Never mind the dreaming. But what do you believe that it means?
The Quaddle mentioned it might be their real name, and I believe the translation is Ocean Child.
Ocean child. Any specific dialect?
Not one that is known to me.
Oh, okay. Ocean child. Hmm.
And for the
Interesting.
record, he said dream, and what he meant was he received.
I know what he meant.
Okay, understood. This was not a dream he received from me.
Yes.
Okay.
Lumi is just asking in terms of in the game.
Understood.
She dwells in dreams and she knows what she can do with dreams. So
I
she's
understand.
like, a dream? What do you mean?
Just above the table,
Who's
you know.
influencing people? Yeah, it's fine. Ocean Child. We should contact the Quattro and let them know. We said we would.
That is a fine idea. Do we have anybody capable of that?
Lumi looks straight at Dios.
Houston
Would have if
leader.
Dios wouldn't have been doing whatever they were doing under the boat. What were you doing, Dios?
He was being depressed,
Through all the storm.
or whatever he says he was doing. I don't know.
Why do you think he's depressed?
That was just my
Look at the
assumption.
day. It's a beautiful day out there. Look.
Look
What is it to
look
be sad about?
look at his face.
It damn sure be better than it was yesterday.
Oh, yes. That is correct. It seems like the storm washed out all of the unwanted things.
All the
Perhaps.
creepy crawlies.
Yes. But Deus, why are you sad?
Well, I wouldn't say that unnecessarily sad. I would say I'm more so disappointed. Not in any of you, by any means. Not in the situations we find ourselves in, but more disappointed that I do not yet understand everything. I spent the majority of my time as a student learning and getting to points where I understood everything, and then I moved on to the next subject or area of the arcane or personal interest, and I learned and that I understood, and then I moved on. But here, ever since the incident, I've not been able to understand. No matter how much I learn, and I still learn. Even with this book, and I'll pull the book out, and I'll kind of shake it in the air. Even with this book, I continue to learn more, but I have yet to understand. So I'm not sad. I'm just waiting for the day that it all makes sense.
You never really truly spoke much about the incident. You don't have to do it now, obviously. But have you considered perhaps that, well, because of your other selves, perhaps you're just not whole right now? I wonder.
As do I. But once the pieces have fit together to make the whole, I will be content then. But there is always something to do to move forward. And now, we have a larger issue on our hands. Or a bigger picture, to say the least. Then,
We do? What do you mean? What issue do we have?
well,
Lumi looks around at the ship and at the others, and then she looks at the Breezy, and still nods. Yes, like. But you were going to say?
well, right now I believe we should be focusing on the job at hand. And for smarter reasons, keeping ourselves alive. And as he says that, he'll have held on to the cloak, the silver scale cloak, and he'll put it on
Yeah.
Breezy as she's asleep.
Yeah.
And he'll pat her shoulders. God forbid she want to fall off the ship again, looking at crystals below us. It should provide some assistance. But we have agreed to assist Elfiora, and we've come up with a plan to ride along the coast and reach our destination. I believe that is what takes priority over my understanding of the infinite forest of my life.
Deuce, I think we could do whatever you wanted to for the next 20 years, and you still wouldn't understand the dense forest that is your life.
And Daze will laugh. You're correct, Jimmy. You are correct.
You can probably say that about most of us, to be fair, though.
He'll look at everyone. We all have our secrets and our questions that need answered. Some of us are, more simple. I'll turn towards Nero. Before you joined us, there was a simple-minded, albeit very lovable creature named Mordrex. He was a character. Now, he had his own quirks and personalities and questions and misunderstandings. But, he was never less than us. They're all equals.
He was pretty amusing, though.
I hear he be quite the character.
I believe we gave him his very first bath as well, in his entire existence.
God, it's not bad.
That is neither here nor there.
He did nothing to get rid of the smell. Oh,
Well, after a while, you do tend to get used to it.
I think that's, what do they call it?
The toilet.
No. I don't remember the name of it. Sure, but yeah.
Nose blind?
No. Stockholm syndrome. Oh, she's trying to think of a Tovoyan reference to this.
Kept prisoner by your own stench to the point where you're just like,
Yeah.
who am I without it?
You're trapped in here with me. I'm not trapped in here with you.
Are indeed.
Lumi looks at Nero, narrows eyes at him, wondering how long. It's like she's wondering how long it would take until this change in the voice becomes permanent.
I'll curse him later with permanent pirate voice.
Oh no, please don't.
We be on the ship, we be acting like a pirate. It's my disguise.
This guy's from who? Us?
I be practicing. You never know.
No one else here.
I be practicing. I had some fallacies when I was at the Astaporo place. I screwed up a few times. I'm out of practice, so I got to make sure I'm doing it right now.
What did you do for the house, by the way?
It'd been a long time, but I'd be doing lots of jobs here and there, things I'm not proud of sometimes, but things I shouldn't discuss either.
Why? You're gonna be struck by lightning if you talk about them?
No, let's just say if the word got out about some of the things me be doing, I just might end up having some headhunters or something coming after me. They don't like it when you talk about the secret stuff.
I understand. Yes, I would. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy about that either.
I mean, it's been a long time. Don't get me wrong. I've been out of on a hiatus, if you will, for quite some time. So we shall see.
Mm. But have you really? Or
Oh
was
yes.
you think you have, and you were doing exactly what they wanted you to do?
Well, that's also entirely possible. House of Flowers is quite the enigmatic organization. You really don't know from one minute to the next what they're doing.
True. Right? Lumi is gonna she's gonna go down to the bottom of the hold and spend time on deciding what she's going to learn next. So she's going to spend some time the rest of the afternoon figuring out what she's going to study.
Okay. As she's figuring out what she's going to study, Chomo, since you've done this deciphering, what are you doing?
If we're on the boat, he's just kind of relaxing at the front of the boat,
Cool.
wind in his hair, maybe working on a painting of some kind.
Okay, cool. Nero, what are you doing during the boat ride?
Nero's going to be practicing his cartography using the orb of direction and the other little utensils that we've gotten over the course of our transport here. Just to standing up next to Tomo, kind of looking at him like, "Hey, this is my spot. Like, what are you doing?
Understood. Cool. And method acting.
I think he's been method acting all along. This is his true self.
I mean, I'm literally holding the what's the spice rum guy?
Captain Morgan.
Yeah, I'm literally holding the Captain Morgan pose up on the bow, like next to Tomo, kind of side eyeing him, going like, "What? Wait, are you doing this too?"
Meanwhile, he's serenely painting. All right, Mr. Deus, what are you doing during the boat ride today?
Today, Days will try to just work on some formulas and equations regarding timeline manipulation. Just scratching
Okay.
things, writing equations, taking into consideration the things she's learned with his book,
Sure.
and trying to see maybe if he can puzzle piece anything out of the book into his equations.
All right.
During the day, he'll also pop Fritz back out at some point, just like during a break.
Sure.
And Fritz will, he'll be rolling around on the deck, literally rolling.
Okay.
Um,
Clanging
that's
as he goes.
Yep.
All right.
That'll be pretty much what he's doing for the majority of the day.
Breezy.
Yeah.
As you wake up this beautiful 10 a.m., late this morning, you wake up in the middle of the sky. This is not where you fell asleep. You fell asleep with the boat gently beached. You had finished combat, and you look around, you realize you're nice and warm for being this high up in the air. You don't recognize the cloak that is wrapped around you that looks like this.
You also want a pillow on your face.
A pillow on your face, yes.
What happened? I kind of blacked out there for a second.
You be staying out the rum. You need to, child. You're too young for that shit.
You want to bet? I grew up in a tavern.
Is this where we discovered the Breezy's vice? Is that she drinks spirits and she loves it.
She likes cider.
gets- She likes cider. Okay.
Yeah.
I
You
love
need to
But
see
she-
Breezy drunk. You need to get
Man.
Breezy drunk.
She has a con of 14, so she's
Higher than
dragged
average.
people under the table before. Yeah, it's not bad. So she's gonna stretch. Yeah. So what happened? All I remember was blowing up some elementals, and oh, this is from that lightning fish thing, huh?
Dar, that'd be what it is.
Inside it.
Don't worry about the guts that's on it. We just pulled it out of his belly.
Yeah. Did they like? It's a cloak. I'm assuming they like. How do they make a cloak out of it so fast? Or
No,
is
it was
just,
in
like,
its stomach.
skin?
It ate something. I was
Oh.
wearing the cloak, and I gutted it. And pulled it out of its stomach.
Oh,
Like sharks eat license plates and whatnot.
is this?
Much
Here, it is. It's the silver scale cloak. If you scroll up, I don't know if you can see it in the chat. I can.
Oh, here we go.
Dales thought that it would be a useful item for you when we are flying about.
God forbid you take a tumble over the edge again.
Why do you think I need this? Any one of us could fall.
Any one of us
Some
can
of us
fall.
are more likely.
You
Oh.
have fallen.
You're
Oh.
not wrong. Let me tie myself off real quick. Hold on. And he starts tying himself off.
Oh, by the way, did you guys recover the empty crystal on the tree?
It's next
What?
to you, dear.
Oh, there it is. Well, I better go put this back. She's gonna go.
Oh, shit.
So, Breezy, you reach down and pick up the crystal.
It's empty, right? Yeah.
Nothing happens.
So,
Your
so
lightning
even
rod is
though
also there.
it failed to charge the
You
crystal at
failed
all.
to charge the crystal, correct.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the ocean sure is
Breezy.
boring. What?
You want to study more about sky ships, don't you?
Well, yeah.
Would you like to try to have another peek at one today?
What do you
One that
mean?
we've seen before in the past.
Are you talking about well, what was his name? The smuggler.
Thorath?
Yes.
Are you talking about Soraths?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I already got a
Curious.
pretty good look at it.
I know, but it gives you opportunity to look at it again and see if it's still there.
Is it from someone else's point of view?
No. Your own point of view.
Well, I can just remember it if we're just looking at it from my point of view. What do you want to know?
Yeah, but you remember the past as it was then, not what it is now. I was
Yeah,
just
well-
thinking about going and scrying upon it. And so
Sorry.
I suppose it's good for you to have a look at it again if you wanted to. Just giving you the option. You don't have
Oh,
to. if
sure,
you don't want to.
sure. I mean, it doesn't hurt. I mean, so that's. I mean, it could be. I could see something I didn't see before.
Hmm. So Lumi will kind of go down to the hold. She'll take up Quadrant, and I'll cast a scry on Sorath's Crystal Galleon.
Okay.
Eric?
Cool. So we cast Scrying on Sorath's Crystal Galleon, which does not get a saving throw.
Yeah.
This just works. You have an associated object, right? You don't need it. You just know a location.
So I do, yeah. I have a pebble from
Okay.
the.
Just-
From
Does
the
anybody
location.
have that
Right,
bottle that
not-
Mordred's?
I was about to say that bottle.
It's
The
okay.
bottle
Yeah.
lunch. It'll count as a connected item.
She's got a pebble.
Jimmy, yeah,
You don't
Jimmy,
need a connected item for a location. You just have to have been there before.
So
Ah.
you scry upon Sorath's ship. As you scry upon the ship, you find the Cameronia.
There we are. Is anything changed about it? Is still there? Is there has been any? She asks. Lumia turns around to you, Breezy, and asks you if you notice any differences since you have such a good memory.
Yeah, she can literally just do a comparison to the way she saw it before and see if there's anything.
Does the
standing
scrying
that's different.
show for everybody or just for Lumi?
That's what I was about to ask.
For
Yeah,
everybody. For everybody. Is it is in a sensor? So it's in a quadrant.
Okay.
It is not just for me. It's not in my mind.
so we could just look in the cauldron to
Gotcha.
see what
Okay.
the sensor
Correct.
sees. Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's just like, is the cauldron like full size right now?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so she's just like peering over it, looking in.
Cool. So as you're looking into it, the lights are off. And
lights are off.
Thank you. Good job on this ship. And you don't see any sign of Sorath. The doors are closed. The doors are closed. The ship seems to be abandoned, and everything seems to be buttoned up tight.
He did
The
leave.
crystals. Yeah, I know he did. I was curious to see if we're still there. I mean, Sorath is a crafting individual that's been around for a long time, and he was a very protective of his ship. So I was wondering what was going on with this, if it's still there, whether he attempted to get it out or not.
Dares will walk over toward the cauldron and see the ship. He'll ask, "Is there a reason we are reminiscing back on Sorath's ship? Or racing to see perhaps if our crew is shifted?"
Both. If Sakru has changed in any way, I am. But also trying to figure out what happened to the crafty pirate.
This is, as he's staring at the ship, this is right now, correct?
Yes, it is as is right now.
You guys will hear footsteps approaching.
Interesting. The
Guys.
thing that gives me, I can put the sensor. I can move. Yeah, I can see the sensor should be able to move. I think within.
I can hear somebody coming.
Yes, let's keep watching.
It takes a while, but eventually you'll hear and see the form of Sorath approaching the ship. He's dragging behind him 2 kobold bodies. He throws them up onto the deck of the ship, climbs on board, and begins butchering them.
Oh.
I thought we convinced him to go back to Lostmore.
Well, actually, Jimmy's not paying attention to this. He's driving the ship.
Yeah, Jimmy, unfortunately, you were unable to see that.
Yeah. I was just going to make smart-ass comments anyway, but,
Yeah. So he's still alive, and he has not left our crew yet.
I doubt he will be. There may be a part of him that just can't give it up yet. He's been here so long. That's all he knows at this point.
True. We will watch for the remainder of the 10 minutes, Eric, to see if he does anything else.
He will eventually unlock the door to the ship, which is interesting that he would lock the ship down here. But he does so, and he will bring out a small dish from a cabinet. He puts it on the deck, and with a magic word, the dish begins to glow and become hot. And he will start cooking several kobold fingers.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, there's not much else to eat down there, is there?
Does he happen to
wonder
pull
how
out?
much
Does he
is in
pull?
there.
Does he pull out another bottle of the ancient wine, or is he just chilling on some kobold fingies?
Right now, he's just eating kobold fingers and water.
I wonder how much of the corruption of our crew are in these kobolds' flesh and that he's consumed for
I mean-
2,000 years.
He seemed pretty normal. Oh, but I don't think I was able to get anything out of the ship.
That's fine. This is more than I was expecting to learn today. I wanted to scry on Sorath, but well, luckily, he's still in our crew.
Silvered. Oh well. Breezy's gonna pull out her chess book and start finishing it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm at 68 out of 70, so she can't
You can
fail
fail.
this. I guess I can. Yeah, 1d20 plus 5.
All right.
Yay!
Cool.
I am now proficient in dragon chess.
Yay.
Dragon chess. Dragon
Amazing.
chess. Yaha. Anyone want to play? Anybody?
Would love to play Breezy.
Yeah. She is going to pour out her water skin on the onto the deck of the boat, and then she's going to use shape water
Okay.
to turn it into a dragon chess set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't
You can
that
cause the
isn't
you
that
can cause the water to form into simple shapes and animate at your direction.
right? So there are, if I remember right, there are 32 pieces and a board. So you're able to shape a piece. Which one would you like to do?
Well, so the idea is the whole thing is one blob, but the
Yeah.
shapes are like connected to it.
Oh, you're going to try
then-
to do that?
Yeah, and well, then he's not going to be able to grab them because it's water. So she's going to have to say where he wants the pieces to move.
Okay. That's interesting. All right. For this case, I suppose, let's get a performance check from Breezy. Are the pieces recognizable? You're only shooting for like a 12.
I'm Breezy the Magnificent.
Yep. All right.
You're Breezy. I should have smothered you last night in your sleep. Jimmy grumbles that very loudly.
So, Tomo, Breezy has made a dragon chess set that you cannot move the pieces off of the board, but rather must slide them across.
Oh, you must ask Breezy's permission to move the piece.
That's true.
This is her personality through and through.
Now, as a
You must
question.
first say how beautiful and cute the pieces are.
Oh,
And
yes.
then say, please, Breezy, the cutest major soul, could you move to 5A, please? Or something like that.
Breezy, are these traditional pieces or are these more like Hello Kitty Island adventure pieces?
No, they're traditional. They're traditional.
All right. Now, the next question I have to ask is playing against Toma with this dragon chess set. Since he cannot move the pieces and you can move everything all at once, would Breezy cheat?
No, she wouldn't cheat.
No?
Until it gets to a point where he's about to checkmate her, and then she's gonna be like kind of resistant to moving the piece. But no, she's not gonna cheat. She's
All
not a
right.
cheater.
Cool. So, can I get you both to roll 1d100? Whoever rolls higher will win the game of Dragon Chess. And we will add your intelligence modifiers to this.
Ooh.
Thank you, Tomo.
Oh shoot. Oh no.
Oh, Breezy's getting wrecked.
I don't think your intelligence modifier is higher than an 8.
No, she has a +5.
So
Yeah.
while proficient in understanding the rules, someone with experience has trounced you, Miss Breezy.
Very close, Breezy.
Like
Thank you
when
for
she's
teaching me.
when she's like at checkmate, like you can see like the frustration. She's just like she's like biting her lip, and like you're trying to move the piece, but it's like it's not moving.
Once Breezy loses as well after that, Jim Rowley would chuckle to himself and cast command on Breezy.
No.
And with the word dunk, so she just dunk her head into the water, into the chessboard.
What's the
Wisdom
save for
saving
that? Is it wisdom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, DC 17 wisdom.
As we
Oh,
use a
no.
spell slot.
Yeah, he always must lot for that.
Breezy.
Ah,
And he goes,
Jimmy!
You hear that? You hear that? Like, I want to call it like the evil villain, like Cheshire Cat chuckle. That's
Trying to
loser.
see-
That was a loser punishment.
she narrows her eyes. She's going to reach into her bag and pull out her some like charcoal for what's the spell called? Find familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna take her. Oh shit! It's an hour. Wow.
Yeah.
For
That's a long
cast.
spell.
Cast, yeah.
Okay, well, vengeance is best served cold. So she is going to spend the hour summoning her familiar,
Okay.
Archimedes the owl. And she's when he finally pops out, she's just gonna whisper to him, "Go see that moving statue? Go poop on him. Just land on his head and poop on him."
Jimmy will just let it happen. He doesn't care. You're like, yeah, whatever.
Can you summon a pigeon familiar? I don't think you can.
So, the spirit familiar will spirit poop all over Jim Riley. All right.
And she's watching this. It just doesn't bother him.
I mean, he doesn't really. So this is where it gets a little interesting. So his armor is integrated into him, like, but I don't think I really like feel things hit it since it's not technically me. So it's just like collecting down his back, and he doesn't even really notice it.
But anyways, Tomo,
That's
never
creepy.
be said I'm not a sore loser. Good game.
Oof. That hurts.
Will just grins really wide and nods at you.
That was fun. We should do it again sometime.
I'd be more than happy to.
Oh, you know what? I just realized we could probably use Deus's hat to get a real dragon chess set. She says that she uses shape water to, well, one, dry her hair and dry her head and dunk it all overboard.
Yeah, Davis's hat was already off in his hand. By the time you look over at him, you're just standing there, just waiting for you to like put the realization together.
Honestly, this thing is pretty great.
Breezy, your
Have you-
water
have you-
skin is now empty.
Yeah, she can refill it pretty easily.
Mhm.
Magic or cleric spells create. She'll while she's chatting with the others, she'll use create water to one make way more water than she needs, but a lot of it is going to go overboard. And then she'll use shape water on that created water to shape it into her water skin, like Katara style from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Ah. So, how far away are we from? Where are we going? Are we going south? Are we going to the desert? Or are we going to Mizram?
We are riding the coast and then crossing to Mizra.
Okay.
So, are you asking if we're there yet? Is that what I'm getting?
Well, obviously we're not. She says as she gestures to the empty expanse.
Obviously, you're correct.
I'm always correct.
They're not. Therefore, you just lied, Breezy. Wow.
Wow.
And I thought we were. He says I thought we were. Actually, never mind. That's fine because it goes back to flying the ship.
Man, I've never been this far out into the over the ocean before. It's kind of scary. She's gonna start leaning over the side just to see what's below the ship.
As you look over the side of the ship,
The cape or not?
Breezy, as you look over the side of the ship, you see a shadow. The shadow of your ship. And you see a second shadow approaching the first shadow.
Huh. She'll look up. Is there
And-
anything in the sky around us?
You look up, you see clouds. And one of the clouds is descending towards you. It starts to get more dense. It's coalescing into a solid mass.
Guys, is
What?
that normal?
What normal?
She's gonna point at the cloud.
As you point at the cloud, it shifts into a humanoid shape. Immense. 40 feet tall. A female figure forms next to your ship.
No, that's not normal.
Her hair floats like mist, and her eyes glow faintly like distant lightning. She does not attack. She watches, hovering there, with swirls of vapor around her, and crackles faintly with a static charge.
He's 40 feet tall, he said.
Yeah.
Is
Jimmy will shout in Celestial, "Hi, crazy cloud lady!"
is that a is Bree like my first? Is it a storm giant?
Roll a history check.
Oh my god, a 2.
But you
know
figure
what?
it out, Breezy. I'm just gonna say hello and keep flying the ship.
This is a cloud
what?
giant.
It's a cloud giant. Okay.
Oh.
Her voice
Oh.
rolls like distant thunder. Tiny ones, riding the winds. What odd little mortals you are. I must see this up close. And she
So
will
please crash
get-
the boat.
She comes right up next to the ship.
Hi.
Greetings, little tiny cute things. How delightful you are.
How big
Jimmy.
you are.
She smiles. Oh, dearies. Oh, I'm not a big giant. I'm just me. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. You're so small and petite. It's like little toys. This might be triggering Jimmy.
Jimmy's it
Yeah,
is
that's
a
all
bit,
it-
he didn't realize that he's more familiar with storm giants and fire giants.
Right?
So he's not terribly familiar with cloud giants and if they are different, but he's trying very hard to steer the ship and only think about steering the ship.
Okay.
But he also doesn't actually know it's a giant yet. It's that it's saying it's huge, and he doesn't like that because Breezy didn't say, "Oh, it's a cloud giant."
Yeah.
What's your name?
Oh, Curies, my name is Salvani, the Cloud Walker.
Let me write that down.
And I know what's going to be asked of me next. One sec.
Exactly. Get it?
All right, here you go. Have fun with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, you are welcome.
Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Do you usually just fly out in the middle of the ocean?
Oh no, dearie, no. I fly everywhere.
Do you
Cool.
live out here?
Yes, sometimes. Where the winds take us, you understand. We're not bound to. What do you all call them? Houses? Little structures stuck on the ground, unable to move. So restrictive. It seems like willing prisons that you would place yourselves in. How can you ever manage?
I don't like being rained on. They're nice for that.
Oh, I love the rain.
I mean, I do, but like not for like several days in a row.
Ha! Oh dear. But when we rain, we are gifting the ground with our essence and spreading growth and life to everything. Don't
You
you
are
appreciate
100%
it?
correct. I don't want that growth and life growing on me.
Oh, dear. So where did you come by this structure? And she gestures, but doesn't touch. You guys realize that she's powerful, that if she were to accidentally hit the ship too hard, the ship could be shattered.
We found it in some ancient ruins.
Ruins? Oh, goodness. That's on the ground.
Yeah.
It is now. But
Why?
it used to be.
I have a question for you, groundwalkers. I've never really dealt with you before because I've never seen any of you all the way up here.
Lumi narrows her eyes at the calling me a ground walker.
She
But
doesn't know
she
what a fairy
doesn't say
is.
anything. Yeah, it's fine.
Why do ruins exist? Do you not care about things that you own? When you make something, do you just abandon it to be left
Not-
to time?
Talvani, not all. Well, it's in the name. They're mortals. They don't. The ones who care about those places, they simply die, and then eventually, the places they used to take care of turn into ruins.
But don't your children take care of things that their parents
Some
made?
do. Some theirs do, yes, but every child sometimes thinks differently than their parents. They're
How
sometimes
unloving.
challenged. Yes, I agree. But some tend to, you know how it is. They can be rebel and they challenge parents' traditions and things like that. So sometimes, unfortunately, things go the way of the world. They could turn into ruins.
Sometimes people wake up and choose violence and ruin other people's things.
That too, Lumi says back to Jimmy.
That's horrible. Why would one do
Mm.
that willingly? I mean, we have evil clouds. And she scans the skies. I don't see any at the moment, but they do exist. But I've never understood why. You each seem wiser than me. Tell me, why does evil exist?
It's entirely subjective, really. What what might seem good for one might be evil for somebody else. If you were to rain water every day, this the rain is a beautiful thing. We all enjoy it, but too much of it can damage things, can drown entire communities. They would see a benevolent act such as ushering rains as an evil act because it's destroying their way of life. So it's subjective. It is more about how it's perceived.
Perceived. So,
Yes, you
if someone intends harm on another, is that evil?
not necessarily. It depends how it's well. It depends on how it's seen by others. We are creatures of community. We're individuals ourselves, sure. Each one of us are uh, we are the center of our own universes, but we live in a universe with other people who see themselves as their own center of their own universes. So everything you do not only impacts your own life, but the people around you. And some other people might not want you to do what you're doing. They might call you evil when you're not. It's very complicated. It's not cut and dry as one would hope.
Oh dear. Um, but why would one person want to harm another and restrict them from doing what they want?
Control, power, jealousy, greed, wanting their possessions, being raised that way. Some people will raise their spawn to do that exact same type of thing.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it'd be a lack of moral compass, if you will.
Oh dear. You sound like one of those pirates.
Yeah, hopefully it's a phase.
A phase. I didn't know that the ground dwellers could change their phase.
Oh, I meant like hopefully it doesn't last too long.
Oh.
It's a metaphorical phase.
Do
Our
pirates
friend here is-
change?
They have the
Wow.
They
capacity
can be.
to change. And this is what I'm trying to say is everyone has capacity to do evil. Pirates have the capacity to do good. Some choose not to. Others do it for good reasons. Some people do evil things for good reasons. And then it's called such as like anti-heroes. You have the hero and the anti-hero, even the villains and the anti-villains. Villains who do good even though they're evil.
He's very confused by this. I'm
It's a
not
lot
sure
to
I
take in.
understand. I don't
Oh.
know why people can't just let each other live on their own and
I agree.
be.
If people had the same mindset as you, my life would be a lot easier.
There are many who do. Look at all of my friends. And she gestures to the clouds in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
They get along. We get together and we dance from time to time, and then we separate and go our own ways. We have children. We raise them, and some die. But not because of anything we do, just because the sun burns us away. Then some are reborn in time, usually at night, in order to repopulate the sky. But
I understand.
where are you going? You are flying, and that is strange for ground dwellers. I
You're not wrong.
marvel at this ship. It's not like anyone I have ever seen before. Most of the ones I have seen are on the sea, and they're so much fun to play with and spin around. But at this height, I'm afraid you would fall off.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, I appreciate it if you didn't do that.
You know, long a walk and be get back to shore at this site.
Oh,
Yeah,
Have
Breezy
you-
reaches into she gets the drained crystal. The boat uses these crystals to defy gravity. This one's empty, but look, you can see on the bottom, those are the ones that are currently charged.
Don't touch them.
I don't think
Please.
the shock would hurt her.
Well, let's not find out. You don't want to hurt the big lady.
She goes beneath the ship and looks at them carefully. Oh, well, these are fascinating. Oh, how cute. I didn't know that you could do such a thing. Ah, it must have been work of the ancestors.
Yep. Well, part of what I'm doing is trying to figure out how they did it. Because
Oh,
eventually these crystals are going to run out of juice, and then we're not going to be able to go anywhere.
she smiles kindly as she comes back up towards the deck. Well, perhaps I can help. I
Oh,
don't want you to fall out of the sky. You can't turn into fog. Or can you?
No,
She's very curious. Can you turn into fog?
I don't have that spell.
Oh, it's such a
Not
delightful.
that I'm aware of.
Lumi, I used to, I think.
Well, I don't have crystals, but I do have this. And she's going to pull one of her hair. And she's going to ask, do you have a container?
Yeah, Breezy reaches into her bag and pulls out one of her empty potion vials.
She holds out the little hair and tries to thread the opening with the hair.
Considering how big she is, that might be kind of hard.
I understand.
Yeah, Breezy will help her.
Okay. As it goes in, you're able to get it stoppered, and she smiles. Here you go. This might help. After all, I want to make sure that my new little friends are taken care of. This won't help your ship, but it might be able to help you. After all, this has been a delightful conversation. This is a vial of condensed cloud stuff. It will allow you to cloud stride, or misty step, or even summon a storm cloud veil for a moment.
That is a very kind and thoughtful gift, Alvani.
Of course. What was your name?
My name?
Yes.
Luminastra.
A pleasure to meet you, Luminastra. And the rest of you, I would love to know who I've spoken with so that I can tell my children tonight.
My
Before they
name
die.
is Jimrolde Alderman. Adlerman. I'll pronounce my own name right one day.
I'm Anthony Alma here.
Alma here.
Yep.
Of the snowflake clouds.
She tilts her head. What?
It's very reminiscent of a giant dialect. The snowy clouds.
I speak giant, and I'm not aware of that one. But then
Oh,
again, my dialects are flame and storm based.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not from. What was it? Snow and cloud. I'm from Mabarid.
I don't know the ground dweller locations. You all define places as landmarks, I guess. Places to be known and locked in. It's so tedious trying to keep track of how often those landmark names change. It's so much easier when you simply go with the flow and say, over there.
Go by feeling.
Precisely. For someone made of metal, you're quite wise.
That's only a recent thing, being made of metal.
I'm afraid to touch you, but I do want to. I'm afraid that I would electrocute you.
I've had a lot of bad experiences with giants. So I like the distance we're at.
Very well. She smiles kindly at you.
So on, Jimmy's gonna ask though.
Yeah.
So you mentioned there are evil cloud giants as well. Are they still considered cloud giants, or are those
Oh
considered
yes.
storm giants? I don't know the difference between all the giants.
Well, and she's going to go crisscross applesauce while flying next to your ship.
Yeah.
There are evil giants of all
I know.
kinds, but storm giants and cloud giants are different. Us clouds may sometimes dance or even mate with the storms, but not always. We tend to be of calmer temperament and more wander-free. Sometimes a cloud giant can grow evil and angry, which is why you might call one a storm giant. But I understand the confusion. We're not all the same.
Clarification, more of. I need to know. Again, I've had many bad years with fire and storm giants, so like to if there's a he pauses. I'm trying not to discriminate between all giants. That's what I'm trying to say here.
He smiles. That's nice. I'm glad that you're not hating all of us just because of the actions of a few bad ones. Not all of us are.
I will say I do hate. Well, hate may be a strong word.
It is a strong word.
I'm definitely not nearly as friendly to fire or storm giants that I might come across. To be fair, I didn't know you were a giant, and you seemed really nice, and then, you kind of let it slip that you were, and so I was a little confused on how to handle it. So that's why we're here.
Oh, secrets. Those things where someone hides who they truly are and what they truly mean. I find it uncomfortable. Why cannot we just be who we are?
Well, I mean, I didn't know who you were until you said that, so I wouldn't have called it a secret. But it's not. I don't just walk around and be like, "Hey, look, my name is Jim Rowley. I'm a Warforged."
Hello, Jim Rowley. I'm a cloud giant.
But I'm saying that's not how normally how the ground people greet each other. So.
Oh.
To be fair,
have a question.
What's that?
What war were you forged in?
I believe it's a more of a turn of phrase than an actual war. From what we were discovering, what I am was created back when the mortals also graced the sky upon islands.
Oh, yeah, the Sky Islands. Silly little things. People trying to form anchors in the clouds.
But that's where we found a crashed one, and that's the technology there turned me into this. So I wouldn't quite say I'm forged in war, but I guess you could say forged in the aftermath of war.
I understand. I'm sorry that you are experiencing life this way. It seems very restrictive.
Well, I mean, it was better than dying.
I suppose. I'm not sure I would want to be imprisoned in a jar.
Well, I was either imprisoned in a bag of flesh or this.
She nods.
This, I'm far less restricted in a lot of interesting ways.
Truly.
Well, I don't have to eat anymore. I don't have to. I don't require sustenance. I don't require. I just exist. It's actually kind of nice.
Interesting. Um, but you don't like diving to the surface of the sea and scooping fish?
I mean, I can do that.
Oh,
I mean, diving. I wouldn't be so much scooping fish as walking across the bottom picking fish up, but you know.
the sea has a bottom? I thought it was simply a surface.
No, it has a bottom. That's where when we drop our anchor, it goes down there.
Oh, I simply thought they disappeared. Realize she's a cloud. She has no way to get underneath the surface of the ocean.
Yeah. So apparently there's something on the very bottom down there, and we drop our anchor so our boat doesn't float away when we're on the water. And
Interesting. So, I know a lot of this area. I've been here for a few months, but I come and go and I drift throughout all of this beautiful sky. Are there any questions that I can answer that would help you with your little ship?
to be fair, I don't actually know because I don't know a whole lot about this ship. That's far more Breezy's thing than mine. I'm not exactly technologically advanced, despite being. He looks at himself.
In terms of navigation, Jimmy.
I don't know.
Have you been seeing any of the them flying islands around here lately?
No. There's one that way, but it's a very long way away. She points to the south.
Okay.
Who lives on that one?
Oh, a great dragon. Have you heard of him? He likes to dance with us from time to time. His name is Amaria Rosie.
Actually, I have heard of him. I have a. Jimmy, he has one hand on the wheel of the ship, and then his other hand he reaches into his backpack and he pulls out the chalice.
Okay.
We found this in that ruin we were exploring. It mentions him a little bit. That's about all I know.
Oh, that's beautiful. Such a nice little thimble. May I?
Sure. And so Jim Roley will. He'll hold it out on the palm of his hand.
Okay. She picks it up with little fingernails. How cute. The fine work on such a material object is amazing. I suppose you'd have to have little fingers to do that, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, have you seen my fingers? He holds up his. They're like twice the size of most normal people's fingers, but they're still probably very little to her.
Right.
Lumi looks.
To be fair, your fingers are about the size of one of us, so yeah, you would definitely have to have the little fingers to do the meticulous work to get the artwork in here.
Lumi, you were saying something?
Oh, Lumi was just looking at her own hands and realizing how small in comparison her hands are to everybody else.
Well, it looks beautiful. How do you make the rocks so soft that they get merged together like that?
Well, some of it has to do with your rain. The rain makes the ground soft, and then we can move it around and mold it that way.
Fascinating, the creativity. It's beautiful, but not accurate. You see, Amaria Rosie is a big dragon, so big and graceful and beautiful. Oh, and kind. Here you go. And she will return your little cup to you.
You'll take the little cup back.
Is there? You mentioned the ancients. Are you able to share anything that you know about them?
Oh. Stories. Some. What would you like to hear? We have an oral tradition in the clouds. When we touch, we learn all that our friends know.
Hmm.
Not
What do you
that you
guys want to hear? First, the ancients you speak of, were those the ones who were anchored those s- islands in the sky before? Or you're speaking of someone else?
Oh, the ancient clouds. The ancient clouds that traveled Toivoa. We didn't like the Sky Islands back then. We viewed them as chains in the sky to hold us down and bind us to their will, to force us to obey them. And those druids. Oh, the druids. Did you hear that they
Hmm.
brought druids into the sky aboard those islands to control and enslave us, to control the weather to where we were forced to do what they wanted, to rain upon people, to go away, to cover the sun and burn in the daylight. The druids are evil. They
They
choose to
tell me,
control the weather.
yeah, that's sadly not nice. I wasn't aware the druids were doing that. That these sky dwellers were using nature's own children in such way.
Oh, yes. They bound the clouds and the winds to allow the sky islands to move. They'd harness us and have us pull their massive rocks through the sky. Horrible, horrible creatures.
But
Oh,
let's not talk about them then. Tell us about
nightmares.
the ancient the ancients as so you see them, the ancient clouds. What things
Yes.
that what is most some of your favorite stories that has they passed down to you?
Oh, my favorite stories. Oh, how we formed a fog bank long ago, and we allowed rain to fall upon a jungle. It blossomed and bloomed for a year straight. We fought the snows. We fought and won. The flowers bloomed for a year and a day. So nice, so nice, so very pretty. No one dared come by the jungle for the year and a day until we left. And then they spread the beautiful work we had made throughout Toivoa, gathering the flowers and sending them on their little ships far and wide. We helped, you know. We helped by blowing them along, helping their ships and moving them faster than they could possibly imagine. It took a
Hmm.
lot of us, though. Each of us is not all that strong anymore. But we do our best. I've been helping
That's
you along for quite some time and decided to simply talk to you now.
We do
that's very
appreciate
nice.
it.
We appreciate your work.
I do be having a question for you, Mrs.
It's Miss, yes. We don't do those attachment things. You call it getting married, I think, right?
Yeah, that'd be what it'd be called. So you sound like you like to do the creations, things. You like to rains and make the things blossoms and blooms, right?
Of course. Who doesn't? As a
So,
question,
yes,
do you not leak?
I do from time to time. It just depends on how much rum we drink.
Oh, when you do you do it so that plants can grow?
Sometimes it just depends on when the mood hits me and where I'm at the time.
Oh, very well.
So, back to me question. So, have you ever seen the land? Do you get to control where you get to go, or you just kind of go with the winds?
Yes.
All right. So, have you been further south of here to an area that seems pretty dry?
Oh, yes. We die there. We don't dare go into the desolation, as you call it. It's horrible. We've tried over and over to attack it, to rain upon it, and to form some kind of plants. We've gathered seeds and rained them across the land. We've made friends with birds and had them poop the seeds out. We guide them and protect them. But the desolation is horrible. It's all because of Malvidoro.
No,
Could you put that in chat?
Yep.
it's the big demon guy, the big monster. He's still about.
So this Malvadoro guy, he doesn't like you guys, I take it.
Oh, he doesn't like anyone. And it's not really a he. It's more of concept.
So, we be heading that way down to the desolation that you speak of before too long.
Her eyes get wide with fear. Oh, you don't want to do that.
Well, yeah, it's kind of one of them things. We got to be going that way eventually, and not right now. But in the event that we go that way, do you think that we could requisition some help from you guys? If we could get rid of this Malvadoro concept person thing, we would like to see that area not be dry, as you might put it.
So, you want our help?
Well, I mean, besides the help you already be giving us with the blowing us in the directions, but yeah, if we go to attack this Malvadoro guy, if we go to rid him from whatever he's doing to the desolation area, do you think that we could expect some help from you guys?
Oh, that'd be a hard thing to do.
Would Breezy know who or what the Malvadoro is?
You can roll a history check. Yep, shooting for 18. Yep. So I'm going to send a picture to you guys because we can do that.
Breezy's going to be shaking her head. It's just like, no, that's not really in the cards, Nero.
Well, I'm just thinking that, I know we got to go down that way eventually, but, it would never hurt to have the help of these, lovely cloud people to,
If we ever run into the Malvadoro, we need to run.
Okay.
This is what we're talking about.
The Malvadoro is
I misspelled
kind
it.
of the reason.
Spelled like this.
Kind of the reason why Corlin is the way it is. It's kind of like a giant fear demon. And the more people are scared of it, the stronger it gets. And a lot of people are scared of it.
Well, maybe that should be the first thing we try to do then is maybe make people not be afraid of it. And if we could get the cloud giants, just like this lovely big lady here to help us, maybe it'd help weaken him. I don't know. It's just an idea. I'd be a simple pirate,
Stronger people than us have tried. Maybe if all of the Batim got together, they might be able to come up with something. But
the Bateem?
yeah.
You know the Bateem?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm from Fluiden.
Oh, that's that place far to the south.
Yeah, Southwest. Yeah.
Do you know Kadir?
Which one's that? Ooh, sorry, it's been a while since I
The
read them all.
Stormcaller.
I gotta look at his
Pretty
picture.
would know them all.
She would, but yeah, I don't because I'm dumb.
Okay.
Which one?
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of him.
Malvador on this road.
I've seen him a couple times. I never really spoke to him.
He's so charismatic. He makes my heart flutter when I see him. When we dance
my.
with him, he takes our storm feelings away.
Oh, that's really nice of him. The only ones I've really spoken to are Rafaj and Farouk.
Oh, well, I don't know them. But if you talk to Kadir Al-Farid, the Stormcaller, tell him I said hello. I hope he remembers me fondly.
I'm
Okay,
sure he
I
will.
will. I mean, you're very pretty.
Thank you. He and I get along very well.
It's at this moment that you realize that Tomo's just kind of been like wide-eyed and like kind of mouth agape at this lady in front of us, and he just like mutters very quietly, "Pretty."
She turns and smiles at you. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Hello. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Chisana Tomodachi. I go by Tomo. I'm a student of the Yokazi Way.
The Yukazi Way? The dance of the clouds and the winds?
You're familiar with us.
No, not with us, but I'm familiar in the dance, yes.
Well, yes,
Is
we
anything-
honor and respect the winds that you walk upon.
Oh, well, thank you. It's so much fun to dance, isn't it?
Is there any dance you could teach our dearest Tomo?
Oh, I'm not sure I could. But perhaps? And she's going to coalesce even denser until she can fit onto your ship as she shrinks all the way down to human size.
Yep.
And by human
Tomo
size,
looks like he's
big human
blushing.
size.
He's just like, well, I'm just a student, an amateur. I don't know if I could
Tomo,
dance
don't
with
be
you.
silly. Here's a chance for you to to do something that is a, you know what I mean. Just enjoy it, Lumi says.
She holds out a hand for you, Tomo, as she gets right next to the ship.
Tomo's just kind of looking back and forth between Alvani and Lumi, and he just like grins and nods at Lumi and reaches out his hand to Alvani and takes it.
As you take her hand, she pulls gently towards the edge of the ship.
And to fly, Tomo.
Yeah, he'll. There's a little bit of hesitation, but he will step off the ship with her.
As you do so, she smiles at the trust, and a cloud forms under your foot. It's a solid
Tomo,
enough
for the
cloud.
first time, he giggles. He's like,
This is funny.
And she will sweep you away and try to lead you by accepting your movements. I don't know how much you are a dancer in real life, but you can lead by accepting a lead, if that makes sense. And
I'm no dancer myself, but sure.
okay, she is going to lead you through a swirling dance that goes up and around the ship, flying, and every time you take a step or would move your feet, a new cloud appears and the old one disappears. And they are going to swirl and spin and whirl and twist in all directions around the ship as they perform a very beautiful waltz.
Yeah, Tomo's just grinning and laughing the entire time.
Can I get your performance check, Tomo? Bam. All right. Tomo is going to have an absolutely delightful time and be a very good dancer. As Telvanni brings you back to the deck of the ship, she puts you on the deck. That was very pleasant. You will need to learn more of the fluidity in the future. But for a beginner and a solid, you did quite well. And she's going to give you a kiss on the cheek.
Oh, you honor me, Telvanni. Thank you.
Tovani, is there a name for this that you guys perform?
The Yokazi way.
Oh, of course, yes.
It is how we dance.
Mm-hmm.
She smiles. It is a path of movement and abandon. Let us dance together and swirl on the winds.
Makes sense.
It'd be quite pretty. I don't move like that unless I've got me rum. But yeah, that'd be good.
She smiles at you. Oh, rum. I've tasted it a couple of times. We go into bars sometimes when people aren't watching and the windows are left open. It's a heady drink, isn't it?
Now, I do have me one question though. Why all the rum be gone?
Oh,
We didn't buy any in Astaro. That's why it's gone.
Oh, I thought that.
You should have thought ahead.
No,
Have you-
you'd be right.
have you ever wondered why after a night of drinking, there's always a dense fog? It's because the clouds enter and drink as well and get drunk along the way back to the sky.
That'd be fun. That sounds like a good time to me.
Indeed. Too many clouds together and it gets soupy. But it's been a pleasure being with you. I'm not sure you really should be going southwards, but you're brave and you seem intent on a purpose. Is there
Yeah.
any other questions that I can help with? Because I will not be going towards the Phantom Run, not willingly.
I don't
Would be-
know. I know they were going to the Phantom Run, are we?
What would be the Phantom Run?
She pauses for a moment. The Phantom Run is a black river to the south of here. Its banks desolate and decayed. The rocks howl with the broken winds that shatter against them. And Malavidoro lies at the headwaters. As you approach, when you dream, he will invade your mind. You will feel nightmares crawling across your head. You'll be terrified of things that aren't there. It'll start only at night when you sleep. But then will manifest during the day while you wake. And eventually, as you approach the Phantom Run itself, you will begin seeing things that aren't there. You'll hear voices with no one to speak them. And should you decide to go up the Phantom Run, you will have to deal with the halflings and their masters. The Knights of Malivadoro are terrible. They control the halflings. Blackened eyes and steely knives, discarded teeth and scales of the beastie who have been taken and forged and sharpened into deadly weapons, designed to take and sacrifice those they manage to capture to the great creature, where it can harvest their minds and fears to grow and become more powerful. The Phantom Run is a black river. No one should go there.
We're not looking to go down the Phantom Run.
Good. That's a relief.
Yes. We're just going to follow the coast and eventually cross the sea. That's our plan.
As you follow the coast, be aware that the nightmares will happen. But they are not real. They cannot hurt you until you are closer to Malivadoro. Do not trust what you dream. Dreams are how our minds trick us into doing things that we do not wish to do.
I don't actually sleep, so I don't dream.
She looks at you generally. Do you have aspirations?
Well, I mean, like I don't dream in the sleepy sense. I do kind of like, I guess, daydream a little bit.
As you approach the Phantom Run, your mind will be affected. It will be. Malivadoro does not limit himself to dreams, but nightmares of the mind, day or night, as you get closer and closer to his sphere of influence. So be cautious.
Well, we
But
will. Perhaps we... Yes?
there is good news.
That'd be good. I like good news.
Should you pass the Phantom Run and survive to get to the other side, there is a new power that is kind and considerate, yet still growing in Karth. There is a dream warrior who fights against Malivadoro. He chooses to inspire the populace and is working to stave away the influence of the dark creature. Should you find yourselves at the mouth of the dark river, flee to Karth in the safety of Ricard von Karth.
Out of character, Eric, I have to ask now, how long has it actually been since the Teens of Toivoa till now?
Teens of Toivoa has been 4 years.
4 years in character?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just asking for my own sense of like
Yep.
of everything.
Yep. And Malvadoro came back 7 days later.
Okay.
Which is nasty.
But say I got his tooth. I know he died.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but
He died once.
he's one of these creatures that remanifests when someone fears him.
Yeah.
Because faith is a terrible thing sometimes.
Great.
So, someone finding a story about Malvadoro can remanifest Malvadoro.
Oh.
So,
Sounds like we need to be burning some books.
burning books and getting rid of memories and stories, and thus creating more memories and stories. It's a circular thing that's an awesome mental thing. If you guys want to find out more about this, there was a miniseries in the 90s, early 2000s called Merlin. It was great. Go watch that.
Just change the stories.
Yep.
All right, guys. I
No,
have a better idea.
see, time travel cuts right through that. Go back in time, modify the memory of the first person who ever came up with the concept. Boom, bang, bong.
No.
Right. That's why we got the Chronomancer, baby.
Yeah, faith my ass. Okay.
No.
Make
What we
Mount
do?
Doro the always helpful spirit who does everything for you and brings you gold at night.
We just farm
Oh,
them.
I believe that's called a fairy. I think we just established that in an alternate timeline, Luminostra decided to become a beneficial spirit called the Tooth Fairy.
No.
Okay. No. All right. Never mind.
That's fine.
What we gotta do here is we have to farm Malvadora. So we just let him come back every 7 days, and we kill him again.
Good luck.
Continuously.
Yeah, think how many harvests we could get off him. We can flood the world with this gear, and then it'll keep causing him to come back. We'll be employed forever.
Yep.
Big brain moment.
Yep.
The curse of immortality. Malvadoro thinks he's got it good, but good until somebody decides to exploit him.
Yeah, that's the hard part, because the fear of how if Malvadoro could become more powerful, that fear of him potentially becoming more powerful causes him to become that much more powerful, which is gross. It's nasty. It's a circular thing.
Yeah.
Then I cast Circle of Power.
There you go. That's helpful. All right. Until the fear that the circle of power might fade, in which case, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but these things are not entirely helpful. Just
Exactly.
circular,
Anyway.
attached to into things. Go on.
Going back to the story with Thalvani. So, I have a question about your goal. Why are you here?
Well, you mentioned earlier the flying islands that you don't see anymore.
Yes.
We're
Well,
wanting to
we've been
learn
looking.
about them. Lumi stops him. We are looking
Yep.
to learn about them to try to see how these things are not repeated again.
Because remember, she views them as slaver things.
Yeah, exactly.
Nero.
Yeah, Lumi is just like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
we wish to learn more about the old ways so that they are not repeated again. So that our young and going forwards, they don't turn into ruins anymore. We're trying to be good caretakers of our history.
Well, that's admirable, I guess. So where are you going? You said you're not going to visit the demon, but you were following the coast southwards.
Yeah. Lumi thinks about it, looks at the others, kind of, and then she looks back at Talvani and says, that is one of the ground dwellers places that they call. We wish to cross the sea and go and go there, but I don't know if you witnessed last night. We had the storm.
Oh,
We
yes.
decided to kind of tail the coast for a little longer, let the storm pass, so that we can have a safe journey across the sea.
I would encourage
That's why
you
we're doing
to
12.
choose. You have two choices. If you choose to cross the sea to the other land, then you will have to deal with the evil giants of the clouded air. My cousins, who are malevolent and seek pleasure through causing pain.
Understandable.
Or
Um,
you can head southwards and brave the horrible nightmares that will befall you. One is a certainty, and the other also a certainty. I'm sorry to be
Is
the
there-
bearer of bad news.
We be damned if we do, damned if we don't. All right, that sounds like a great win-win here. All right, shit.
Is there anything you were able to tell us about your cousins? I feel that, to some extent, going across the sea and, well, trying to avoid them and everything else, at least with you here, now at least, if you're able to share any information with us on who they are, their names, and where they tend to be, so that we can try to avoid them.
Oh,
Any
there's
information you can
far
share
too
with
many
us will
to
be great.
name. But
But any specific ones that we should definitely stay clear of.
I would steer clear of all of them. But I can tell you about how they normally act. And
Please, if you could.
a bit about them. So, my evil cousins use boomerangs of clouds. They throw them very, very far. And while they do so, they throw them like thundering booms. If one strikes you, it causes you to not be able to act, as you are stunned for a short period. The boomerangs return to the giants, and they are able to use them again. They are moderately good at casting spells and tapping into the weave, and they can detect magic at will. Hiding from them through invisibility, or even dispersing oneself into a cloud yourselves, will not hide you from them. They enjoy casting clouds around themselves and using them for cover to hide within. They can turn into a gas and fly swiftly to the point where you will not be able to escape them in spite of your beautiful little ship. But their most terrible abilities are that they have swords that they've captured and forced the ground dwellers to make for them. Enormous blades of metal. She almost spits at that. That they bring out and slash and cut with. Even the clouds suffer from these blades. But their telekinesis, the ability to move things with their minds and hurl one against another, is their most dastardly method of domination.
Understood.
They will not cast the spell when near anyone. They are too wise for that. Once the spell is cast, then they will approach and use it against you. They will fly swiftly, faster than your little boat can move. You must be cautious and careful. Most of them are taught the 3 languages of the sky: Auran, Common, and Giant. They can discern lies, as I can, and are very perceptive. As well as being stealthy, they are assassins of the sky and may approach you from below or above. Do not simply think two-dimensionally. They are hearty and charismatic.
One last thing, Tovani. Through your travels, have you seen any other vessel like ours, or similar to ours?
Oh, many
gracing
times, but not in the sky.
But ain't none in the sky?
None in the sky, no. There are stories of people flying in the clouds with us aboard these vessels. I've never seen one before. Hence why I found you curious.
Understood. Well, it has been a pleasure meeting you, Tommy. I hope we get to see each other again.
Indeed.
You have been, it's been wonderful watching you and Tomo dance.
Thank you.
You're
Now,
a very good dancer.
if you do make it to the far land, beyond the cloud giants, there are pirates. Like, they ride big ships with great crimson sails. The wood of their ships is soaked in the blood of those they board. You must be cautious. Do not let them catch you, for they can catch the clouds, so we avoid them. They launch great weapons into the sky, far, far above them, and bind us and draw us down. Be cautious about them. You need to be careful of the ones with the black sails, too. They feed their captives to the sea. They bribe the evil giants in exchange for fair winds and foul power. And then there are those that we refer to as the Silent Reavers. You will not know who they are until all sound ceases. And when that happens, you will hear nothing, not even your own screams. By the time sound returns, you're chained in their hold. Be cautious, please, and do not trust anyone on that other shore.
I don't be trusting many of. Yeah, I'm with Mr. Jimmy. I don't be trusting many of anybody, really.
Well, and don't stay on any islands. The islands are dangerous.
It's starting to sound like everything's dangerous.
Everything is dangerous here, yes. But Vagroden is slain, and so the skies are safe once more. Stay in the skies, dear friends, and your worries will be lessened.
Except for the cloud giants.
Yes, but there's not many of us. The cloud giants that would threaten you, they're far away. And I hope they stay there, and I hope you're stealthy enough to miss them.
If not, I apologize if I kill any of your family.
She smiles kindly. I appreciate that, but my cousins and I are not close. Please, if you choose to sail across the seas, end those who would do you ill.
I was going to do that anyway, to be fair, but I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
We do be planning to.
Very well. Well, if there's nothing else, and she's going to stand up, I do wish you the best. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and you're so cute and so pleasant to dance with. I'll stay with you for 4 hours in order to move you along your way. But after that, I must return to my children. Is that fair?
Sure.
You got to take good care of the little ones. That's for sure.
She is going to shift to behind your ship, and she's going to decoalesce into an enormous cloud and your ship will gently accelerate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish to accelerate southwards or eastwards?
Well, do we have any idea where we are on the map?
I can put you guys on the map.
And we are not gonna do Malvador. It's just like, nah.
Yeah,
You guys do not need to do Malavadora.
Yeah, I think our best
Yeah,
bet
we're
was just to be
going
crouched in.
We're a little low level for that. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say.
Yeah.
So
We're not
my
gonna do
intent
that,
is
so
not
it's
for you guys to
not-
do that, but if you guys go in that direction, I do have environmental effects that have to happen because you'll be in that general area. Okay.
That's fine.
I do not intend for you guys to encounter that creature at all, like during the entire
So-
campaign. But
Are we like around here?
you are
Phantom
you're currently up
oh,
here.
Anyway,
Alright.
We're about
I
to
feel like-
leave Shu to go towards the desolation.
anyway.
I feel like crossing over to the east right now would probably be the best bet because it's the narrowest passage.
Yeah, especially with this boost. I think if we just cut across now,
So
that would be good.
if you guys
What's the
cut
name of
across
the boat?
here, you guys can try to get over to this shoreline. You guys could try to go to Vehan in spite of her telling you to avoid the islands.
Yeah.
If you want to go to the desolation, then cut across the short area there, that would work as well. Or you guys
What do
can
we-
follow the coastline and not deal with those cloud giants that are evil. That's totally up
We're
to
gonna,
you.
have to,
You just
but
get,
we're gonna have to cross eventually anyway, or
Right.
by
Yeah,
land or by seas
or
or by air.
whatever you guys want to do. But this is just the expectation setting of what you guys want to do so that I can provide you with the content you expect. Fair?
I feel like if we're just at the tip of Shu, beginning of desolation, call me crazy, but I think like doing this route right here, like a southeast, yeah, exactly, right in there, going to that tip of western. I feel like that's our best bet.
I'm on board with that.
You are on board with that.
Well, that's on board.
Sorry, I had
He's
to.
back on. He's back on board now after his.
After his
air
dance,
wall.
Yeah. Tobo Jordan, right? Is that what we're talking about? Airwalk? Yeah, thank you.
Almost cheeks hurt because he's never smiled so much.
Awesome. Cool. So that's the plan.
You know-
is you guys want
Yeah, I
to
mean-
try to navigate across there?
Technically, correct me if I'm wrong, but from where we're at, Eric, if we're right here,
Yes, sir.
we could just go straight southeast for the most part. And
You
go straight
could.
to Mizran.
Yep.
You guys think about that?
Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest bet. Just straight shot it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the plan. That's
Yeah.
where we're going to be going with. Got it. So you guys are going to head out towards sea. Cool. So for the next 4 hours, you guys are moving right along and don't need to use any fuel for the rest of the day.
Sweet.
But nighttime will fall, and as it does, it's going to get dark. Do you guys want to land, or are you guys going to spend the night airborne?
I mean, I think Jimmy and I could take shifts with him not having to sleep. You know, I could go up there and while he's doing his little recharge reboot thing.
He has to rest for 8 hours, regardless of sleep or not.
It's
He does not.
I
He
think
has
I
to
think
rest
it's
for 4 hours.
4 hours?
And then
Okay.
no, it's not. It's
4
not. It's
hours.
not 4. It's a little bit more than that. Hold on. I think it's.
Is it?
I think it's 5. Species traits. It's 6. 6 hours.
6
I'd,
hours.
Yeah.
There we go.
I
Yeah,
got
I mean,
chillax for 6 hours.
while he's doing that, I could go fly the ship for sure.
Okay. If that's the plan, we can absolutely do that. Cool. So, I do need an air vehicles check from our friend Nero in order to take over.
Used to be.
I'll give you a D4 for guidance.
And I am
You don't
going
really need
to
it?
I'm going to come back and we're going to retcon in a moment for tonight. Gotcha. All right, so ship's going to be fine tonight, but is there anything else you guys wanted to do during the day today, during this passage, as the shoreline will retreat behind you?
I'd like to roll my cartography
Sure.
check.
And I'll give you advantage because we looked at the map and everything. Made plans.
All right. All right. Do-do-do-do. I rolled the exact same number.
Okay, so we add 12 to that. Got it. Anybody else want to do anything today? We don't need to go into the minutia, but
Yeah.
Robot,
go ahead, Deuce.
Miserin, it's like a thief city, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's what
Roll
I
a
thought.
history check, sir. This is where I get
That's
to
why
have
I
some
mean-
fun.
That's why I be in character.
Ooh, not very good.
Deuce, with a 12, you've heard of Mercerin, but what you've heard is very vague and is more along the lines of it is a hive of scum and villainy, where might makes right, and people are quite powerful there. Entire thieves guilds, multiple pirate organizations. It's essentially the melting pot of crime. It is not ruled by laws other than the law of who can handle themselves.
Okay, then it probably would not be a good idea to contact this person, to have them meet me at that city.
What?
Because that'd be risky
Oh
for
my.
them.
We ought to try to learn more about Miserin as much as we can. Do you think that perhaps with your hat, Deus, you could ask for a dossier about the powers of Miserin?
Deus will kind of furrow his brow at the thought.
Surely
and
someone
then-
must have created something like some spy network, something on those lines, like dossier explaining who are the powers of Miserin and
Out of character, Rose would. Sweet August Rose would be, especially
He would
since it's
have
like a
one.
neighbor.
Yeah,
She would have one.
yeah.
Or I mean, it would have been fresh. It just might be information that, you know, the house has given her, so she
It's going to
hasn't
be
really had
fairly
much
minimal at this point. Because
Yeah.
It's only been a few weeks,
time.
but
It's going to be basic info, but like
right. it does
Yeah.
exist.
I mean, right now we don't know anything. We
Correct.
don't know the powers, the names, the people, any modicum of information those that we could try to gather.
so, and it is close. So you're probably going to steal Rose's dust.
Beautiful.
We do know a name of a contact that we're trying to get to talk to there.
We do? Who?
Yeah,
The
that's from
name of the pirate.
Yeah,
Well,
Orin
he's
Tall.
not a contact. He's a monk. Surely.
Yeah, Jedial. Where is it?
Not Jedial.
Vorim Tall. Vorim Tall.
Right back. Just
Very
give me
tall.
1 sec.
Yep.
But Deus, I just perhaps we could get something from the wonderful tour of yours.
I could try to come up with something that might work.
Okay.
Okay, where's that rhyme with dossier?
Mossier.
Oh,
Cavatier.
oh yeah. Yeah.
And start looking at poems. Let's see.
I mean, it. Yeah, way, they, may, they, say, dossier, because it has to be the last syllable. Is
Yeah.
so.
Rose.
Yeah, Rose, Ray.
Mose.
Anything that
Jose.
anything that ends with A. But
We're speaking Pig Latin.
Breezy's gonna start wondering, should I, what if we run into these cloud giants? I wonder if I should.
Well, I do be
Change
thinking
what-
that the direction we're going, we're not going to run into them. But what was your thinking?
Well, I was just wondering if because right now I'd have to change the spells I have prepared.
Well, we'd be going to sleep eventually. Isn't that when you guys use spellcasters usually be doing that?
Yeah. Ah.
That's when the nerds do it. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You guys be calling them the nerds.
I'm back.
Because I have a lot of utility spells right now, and because I'm not really much good in combat, but I guess I could
But it-
switch things up.
Little Breezy, I think you'd be selling yourself short sometimes. I think
I
you'd be better
believe
at
so.
combat than you know. You just
Not really.
Breezy. Well, yeah, okay. If that's your not really, I think your not really is better than average.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like when that elemental hit me, and I lost concentration on the wall of fire or wall of cold. Like that, things like that. It's not really. There are mages who specialize in that kind of stuff. Like Deus, for example, is actually much better combat mage than I am. You can also take a hit a lot better than I can too.
Those also get sliced and then being forced to be brought back to life.
You tend to be slightly archer when you have to survive in the wild nature for a while. With only your thoughts.
But-
I actually always wondered when we first met you, Dose, where were you before? Those weird lizard creatures that you were with, they were not
Allosauruses.
native. Yeah, they were not native of Shu. What were you doing there?
The real question you have to ask is, do you actually want to know?
That's a good point.
That's why it's,
Yeah, don't tell me.
We'll call it
I'd
field
rather not know
research.
right now. Field research. We all are at some point doing field research.
just remember, in law, there's this thing called plausible deniability. And sometimes
That's what you exercise when they try to get the. Okay, yes.
that's
I
what
remember.
when I don't purposely don't go look at something because I don't want to be a part of it.
Makes sense. I should exercise that right more often.
I'm gonna call it right and more of a strategy.
Yes.
Strategy be a good thing.
Oh, yes. But you guys what you were doing?
I think I have a attempt poem. Just making sure this. Okay. Dave will pull his hat off. And just kind of. Well, I can't say I haven't tried. A lantern flickers in the haze. Its glow reveals the watcher's gaze. A single breath, a turning key. The final lock, a mystery. With trembling hands I read the lore, the truths concealed in lines before. And there I found where secrets lay, the notes I need, a Mizrain dossier.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that was
really good. That was
If you
really
didn't have
good.
inspiration, I'd grant you inspiration.
Yeah, that was really good.
Very cool. Good job. And coming out of the hat at this point is going to be a scroll. And the scroll is very tightly wound, and it's embossed with a series of flowers. And I don't have the graphic for you yet because we just did this, but I will get you a graphic for it for next week.
You're good.
But you guys will have a dossier on the Port of Mizrain, and I need to do it in a format that you guys can handle because my dossier on Miserin right now is very GM centric on like how I play all my NPCs and everything. So I will get that to you. I will get it to you by
That's
next
fine.
week.
That's fine.
Is there a name on it? It's like I'm opening it.
There is the name on this. Let me grab who's the person that we put on this. I have to go and check who I assigned from Bourbon. So this would have been who would have been assigned to that? That was going to be over here. And
Ricard von Karst's wife.
no, that's not who got sent. I know that for a fact. I'm pulling up my list from Bourbon, so it's taking me just a second, but it is going to be signed. Gosh, what was the document called? Here it is. Briefing for Pseudonymous Rose, which has my notes on what I'm supposed to be doing with all the various characters. What? Hey guys, I document everything because I want to make sure.
No. I sent you a lot of that stuff, so like that's why I'm laughing.
Yeah. All right. This would be. He's dead. This was. The person who would have gone there would have been Blue Hyacinth, the Master of Disguise.
Dave will see the name and seeing the flower decals.
Yeah.
He'll go over to Nero. Oddly enough, I was able to extract a sort of report on Mizrain's politics. Are you familiar with the name Blue Hyacinth? I am assuming there may be some connection, with the flowery theme.
I will tell you that you do not know the name because he's a Master of Disguise and would not be a name that most people would recognize.
Fair enough.
No, I don't be knowing who that name is, but the flowers look rather familiar. Eric, would I at least recognize the House of Flowers?
Yes, House of Flowers, absolutely. It is a House of Flowers document. The style matches your familiar documents, etc., and the dossier style makes sense, but the author himself would not be recognized, which is fine. There's thousands of them. You can't know everybody. And this guy specifically, you would not know because how secretive he is. In fact, Sweet August Rose didn't know about him until he showed up and said, "Hi, I'm here to do this." And I don't think she actually met him until after he had already done his mission and assumed the identity of someone else. If I remember right.
Yeah, when she was getting introduced, he was already like
He was already the war
undercover.
leader. Yeah.
Yeah, he was already undercover. Yeah.
So, he's a master of disguise, and so would not be someone that a lot of people know about. So, but the dossier style, absolutely, Nero would recognize the dossier style. He'd understand the formatting of it. He'd understand what to expect inside of the document, all of that sort of thing. Absolutely, no need to roll a check. That's just valid because of background. Setting that expectation. Cool?
Yeah, he'd definitely be from the House of Flowers, but I couldn't tell you much about this Blue Hyacinth character. I don't know much about him.
I understand. I will leave, because Nero's flying the ship right now, correct? Jimmy's resting?
Jimmy, well, yeah, are we already at that point, Eric?
Not yet. We were going to do that at night. We're just check marking stuff during the day.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, by all means, if you would like to give it a look over first, I'm sure you would know the format better than all of us here. I'm sure you would have the easiest time trying to decipher, or give us a rough sense of what we are getting into.
Yeah, I do that for sure. It might take me a moment, but yeah, it's definitely a familiar concept.
He'll hand the He'll just fully he'll like bind it up, not super tight, but at least so that way it's like structured. Hand it over to Nero, and then best of luck. And then I'm gonna go find Luminostra.
Okay.
Yeah, Lumi is in the hold again, sitting on top of one of the barrels.
He'll come down. Surprisingly, your idea was actually successful.
Really? Oh, that is good. I
So
have a suspicion that the hat doesn't. I had a suspicion that it doesn't conjure things up out of thin air. It's more of a replaces, moves things about. So it did work.
It did.
We have a dossier on them.
We have a dossier on what I believe to be a majority or partial power structure of Miserin.
That's
It's
much
a House
better.
of Flowers document, so I've entrusted it with Nero. He's familiar with the format and the style of the dossier.
Well, that is good. Wait, that makes me feel a little bit better. At least it's not a fake, I suppose. It gives more credence to my suspicions about how your heart works. But that is good. We must go into Miserin with a plan and understand. I'd very much would like for us to get what we need, and with that person, with our mark, or the person that we need to get it from doesn't even know that we are there. That would be the best way. And to do that, the more we know about the movers and shakers of Miserin, the better we're able to protect ourselves, making sure that we are not that people don't know we are there and who we can trust, or we can't trust anyone there, I'm sure, but at least who we can rely upon doing the right thing that we're expecting them to do, if you know what I mean.
I understand, yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Oh, I just wanted to honestly give you props for your idea.
Really?
Why? I didn't think that it would be able to pull. Yeah, I didn't think a dossier on the entire power structure of a city would be something I could feasibly pull out. But I will be honest, I would hate to be the bastard who is no longer in possession of the dossier. We have no way of getting it back.
True.
Of giving it back, I should say.
Hmm.
But and he'll kind of dust his jacket off, put his hat back on. It's not my problem.
Well, true. It is not our problem. But you're right. Yeah, I would hate to be the person who, without that intelligence, on said city. I wonder who he was. Was there any name on the document?
Blue Hyacinth. Nero was not familiar with him, but it could be some nobody. With a name like Blue Hyacinth.
Yeah.
But
well, would have done
or
something.
perhaps maybe he's worked his way up the ranks. Who knows?
True. Who knows?
But Blue Hyacinth.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's just the color of the bird. Hyacinths are blue.
I know he's blue. His name is Blue.
Blue
Hyacinth.
Blue.
Bada bee, bada bye. Wait, what?
He's bluebird.
I mean,
Deus.
Yeah.
Is well, just a food for thought for you. Now that we know we have proof of how the book works, how the heart works. Is there anything that you would expect Morts or even your other self, Amos Deus, to have that you would want to get your hands on? Perhaps this is one way of, as long as you craft the correct rhyme and the correct thing, you may be able to, pick something that they hold and you do not.
Darius will kind of like
Food for thought.
his eyes will kind of like drop. He's gonna
Just
pull out
like,
a
just food
he's
for
gonna
thought.
he's gonna pull out a pencil. Do they have pens? Do pens exist?
Pens exist, but they're
You
quills
could-
and ink.
They're
you gotta-
quills, yeah.
Ballpoint pens don't exist. No. Nice try.
He'll pull out
Can those
he's always
Full
writing, and he's got stuff. He's had stuff written on his arms.
You know what does
He
exist?
has like a piece of
pencils.
yeah. Well, I was about to say, he'll pull out some just straight up like a just super dark pencil, so he can write on himself. He'll just start writing like on his arm. Just
Oh,
contemplate. He'll just write the idea on his arm, cover it back up with his jacket. I have something to think about.
I think
He's gonna go towards the front of the ship.
Lumi will go and approach Tomo, I think. Just, Tomo, have you a minute? Have you got a minute?
Tomo's currently working on a painting, and he looks up from it, and he's like, "Yes, let me."
How did you like the dance?
His
amazing.
screen immediately goes super wide. Oh, it was lovely. This Thalvin is
She is
quite a beautiful creature,
beautiful,
isn't
isn't she?
she? Yes.
That one
Truly
terrified
is.
me.
Anything an inch taller than you terrifies you, Jimmy.
No, look at all the ground below you.
What? What about the ground below me and shit?
Like what happens if the cloud vanishes? Like, what happens if you look down?
I don't.
Ugh.
Oh, okay. He's grumpy, isn't he, Tomo?
No, it's just terrifying. What are you talking about? Can you really fly that high and look down and feel okay?
I do that all the time. What are you talking about?
This high? We're like several hundred
I
feet
mean,
up
not
the
this
ground.
high, not very often at this height, but
That's what I'm talking
Your
about. I'm talking
fear,
about happiness.
your fear deprives you of joy, Jimmy. Something I think you may desperately need.
I've got plenty of joy. My joy involves not falling hundreds of feet down into the ocean and having to walk back to reality.
so you're not in reality right now?
Well, I mean, I don't feel like living under the sea would be a reality. It's not better where it's wetter, I'll tell you that.
Wait, are you able to breathe underwater?
I don't have to breathe, so if I sunk there,
At
it'd just be a very
all?
long, yeah, it'd just be a very,
Well,
very long walk back.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
sweetie, this is an amazing opportunity for you. Should you choose to do in the future, you have a whole new world just open up to you. You could go and visit these depths of the sea.
You're right, I could.
You could, not necessarily meaning that you should, but the option is available to you, and that's what's important. You're freer, perhaps, than you were before.
Maybe I'll become a fish lawyer.
There could be
And
all kinds of
it's
treasure down
always-
there.
Exactly, and a lot of, justice to be delivered, even under the seas.
Whale,
be
you
a-
are guilty of eating all of this fish's family.
It could be a whole new world.
Oh, new world. But Lumi turns at you, Tom, and she's like, "You're the way of your Kazi way," you said. I
Yes.
wondered if your master, or even your master's masters, whether they first learned the way of the Yokazi way from the Cloud Giants.
Tomo looks really excited, and he's like, "Oh yes, yes. I was thinking the same thing. It was like I got a chance to meet with
I
the
know,
origin of the way, Lumi."
And Lumi just said, "This is why I wanted to, I wanted to give you the nudge, push you forward. It's like I thought there was a unique opportunity for you to get in touch with perhaps this raw power of the Yokazi way, perhaps even where it originated from. Do you know anything about how the Yokazi way first began? Did your master tell you anything about it?" how wonderful would it be if it was a wonderful love story of a cloud giant and someone who would met them and they learn how to do all of that dancing, and this is how they built the this new style of fighting.
Yeah, Tomo's just smiling really wide. He's like, yes, yes, you may be right. Yeah, he did not, Master Abe did not tell me the origins of the Yokazi way. I don't even know if he knew of them, but I saw something special today, that's for sure.
I am glad.
And, of course, I have you to thank for that, Louis.
Me? Ah, I only pushed you. I only
Gave me the
suggested that-
nudge I needed.
Yes, but you did the work, not me. I'm sure you would have done it yourself.
Tomo does not.
Hmm. What are you painting, by the way?
I don't want to show it yet. It's not ready.
Oh, is it not? Okay then. I'm looking forward to see the final. You always draw very beautifully. I really enjoyed that
Thank you,
painting you did of the skies of Belcat, over Belcat, I think, or when we were in the road. You sold it, didn't you? You gave it to someone even?
Yes, I gave it to the calligraphy shop owner in Lostmore.
Oh, yes.
I traded it in a way.
That's very good. It was a wonderful piece. You should draw more.
Thank you, Lemmy. I'm trying. I need more materials. This one in particular, I think I need some blue for.
Didn't you? Oh, by the way, you did get a bunch of different colors, didn't you?
He only has white, black, and red right now.
Oh, okay. I wondered what you could. We still have some of the magic ink. I wonder what you could make with it.
Yes, and we have the hat, but I already got some supplies out of it, so I don't think we can use it for that anymore.
It's understandable. Well, should we find somebody who can sell us additional supplies in Miserin? Maybe we should look for it. Be nice,
Agree.
nice distraction. But we'll be very busy when we get there. We'll have to find a way of getting this. What was it again? Trade manifest, or did I have that one wrong? Either way, we need to find a way of getting whatever that merchant, and she does kind of air quotes, is holding. We need to find a way of getting it, whether we purchase or steal it.
Tomo smiles. We will find a way.
Right. Alumi will she will ask you, actually, Tomo, if you would be okay with holding her necklace for tonight. She wishes to. I wish to rest in my sanctum tonight.
As always, it would be my honor, Louis.
So she will give you the necklace, and it's getting late anyway, so she will disappear into the necklace and go into the sanctum.
Okay.
As you're going into the sanctum, you might notice that the painting that he's doing is a painting of him and Thalvani dancing in the clouds.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't say anything, but she will watch for a little bit over the sanctum of you working on it if you have the necklace with you. But yeah.
Cool. So we're going to go into the sanctum for a few moments before we go to the nighttime sailing.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing in the sanctum?
She finds Gallagher.
Okay.
Make sure he's okay, because he was unceremoniously hit in the head by a horrible creature. So she wants to make sure he's okay.
Yep. He's okay.
He's okay. Good.
Yep. He responds.
She's just gonna. He's respond. Yeah, exactly. He respond. She will look for the crystal and see if he's there.
The crystal is there. It's not missing.
Yeah. I'm just like, slightly tap on the crystal and ask and see if Jediel is there or not. Jediel?
You hear a voice. Yes, Lumi.
Is everything okay?
Everything's perfectly fine, Luminostra. I just can't. I'm not decent at the moment.
I understand.
What is going on?
Everything. Oh, we are going to be crossing towards Miserin. Likely dangerous, but the crossing is somewhat dangerous. There's some evil cloud giants. We met a cloud giant called Tolvani, the Cloud Walker, today. She has been watching us and helping us along for the last few days, and she finally made an appearance today.
Interesting.
Yes.
Cloud giants are temperamental. I'm glad you didn't come across a cross one. They and I, well, they make good slaves.
They
Jediel literally just says they make good slaves.
Yeah, she's like, well, she was very pleasant, and she's been helping us move the ship along, and she seems she's one of the free types. But we may encounter some of her
Unbound.
cousins. Yes, if that is how you call them. But she does have some cousins that I'm hoping we don't get to see, but they have horrible thunder boomerangs and they tend to cause a lot of pain to travelers, and I'm somewhat worried that I hope that we don't encounter them. They will cause us issues.
Well, I don't know. Traveling across the sea is temperamental.
Yes, but it's either that or going down towards Karth and meeting some creature
Oh,
called
you don't want to do
Malvadora.
that, Lumi.
We definitely do not want to do that.
No, you see,
It does
there's
sound like-
a shadow behind the throne in Karth. And I don't want you to deal with that. That's problems for a cousin of yours.
Cousin.
Hmm?
Oh,
It's under control.
okay. Yes, we are not going down there.
Is
Apparently,
Luminostra aware of the other person, Lumi?
would that be Leah?
I don't think Leah is associated with Jediel. So this is
No,
more
she's
of just
not.
a general idea. Is Luminostra aware of any other warlocks in Jediel's service?
She knows that they do exist.
Okay,
But
knows that
Jediel
they
might
exist,
have
but
mentioned-
not aware of the names. Understood.
Yeah, she hasn't. She doesn't know the name. So when
Gotcha.
she says cousins, she understands.
Very well.
Yeah. Oh, I understand. Yeah, no, I'd rather not getting involved. No, at least I don't wish. This is horrible creature, some sort of beast that invades people's minds and dreams and etc. down south. So we are trying to steer away, but it's kind of catch-22. If you understand me,
Yes.
it's rather that or the cloud giant. So we may have to.
Yes. Oh, that was good. Oh, yes. I understand.
Either way, just wanted to say hi, make sure everything is okay. I do not wish to and to interrupt you too long. I hope you
I
enjoyed
lost a
whatever-
mansion today, Lumi.
You lost a what? A
I
mansion?
was gambling and I lost it at one of the races.
Oh no.
So I'm
That's
having a
not
bad
good.
day and I'm getting a massage. It's okay.
I understand.
I'll get it back eventually. But, you know, there might be some inconveniences over the next couple of days. Talking to me, I'm having to move.
Oh, I understand. Well, if there's anything you need help with, let me know.
Oh, Lumi, Ramasas is doing all the labor.
Oh, is he?
Of
That is
course.
Make him work hard, please. Here.
Oh, he
yeah.
does it willingly, of course.
Of course.
Anyway, a pleasure talking to you.
Yes. Thank you for the teas again. They're amazing. I love them.
I'm glad.
Lumi will let the thing go.
Okay.
And, she's gonna.
She doesn't have any control over it. It's just she
doesn't. Yeah,
she
so
essentially
it's
just
like,
dead calls. Just hang up now.
yep.
Okay.
And she will go rest.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So back on board the ship. Anyone want to do anything
Now
before
I'm-
bedtime?
Fucking gambling.
What? Genie's gambling doesn't make sense? Of course it does.
No, it makes sense. But god damn it, at least win.
She can't win everything.
Yeah, well, somebody who can cast wish without any consequences.
They're
God damn it.
only for other people. Yeah.
Good point.
All right.
Just find more people to wish. to
Genie
for.
rules. Genie rules. Yeah. All right, Breezy. Anything you're doing before bed? Because we're just check marking things at this point.
I think she's read everything she's got.
Okay.
Let's see. She'll start reading the Amber in the Anvil, a blacksmith's guide through myth and fire.
Okay. Cool. Fun.
Yep, that's it.
Deuce.
No, I need the next morning to pass because I need the hat.
Need the hat. All right. Jim Relay's driving and resting.
Yep.
All right. Nero's driving and resting. Yes.
Yep.
Tomo was painting. Awesome. Cool. So, as you guys continue going, in the middle of the night, Nero, can I get your perception check?
Sure. Let's see here.
You're shooting for a 23.
I ain't getting there.
Oh,
All right. So, in the middle of the night, I'm going to ask you guys to have Nero by his lonesome, unless someone was on watch with Nero.
who's on
See,
watch with Nero?
Jimmy doesn't. He just deactivates himself. He's still fully coherent and has full vision and everything like that. He's just not doing anything.
All right. Is he on deck or not?
He would have been on deck, yes.
All right.
I think we established that Nero and Jimmy were like right next to each other.
All right.
Yeah, he's just kind of like he's like tied down to a corner of the boat, like right around the back of it, you know.
Sure.
And he just kind of put himself in sleep mode.
All right.
So like how it works is, you know, when you take a long rest, you must spend at least 6 hours in an inactive, motionless state rather than sleeping. In this state, you appear inert, but doesn't render you unconscious, and you can see and hear as normal.
Understood.
So he can probably roll a perception.
Yep. You
check
can roll a
as well.
perception check. Shoot for that 23.
Well, here's it's gonna be no.
Understood. So you are unaware of it when it happens, but as we are rolling for the initiative roll, please, I am going to take my surprise round.
Under the sea.
All
Why
right.
couldn't I roll this 19 for my perception?
Right?
Oh,
Because
and
that would
initiative.
make it too easy.
That makes sense. Lumi's initiative is low.
She's
She's
asleep.
on another plane of existence. Yeah. She's on another plane of existence.
Right? Yep.
I'm in the deep ethereal.
All right. So I'm going to roll my initiative here, and that is going to be yes, 16. All right.
Outrageous.
I do my best.
Outrageous. You should be done with disadvantage always. Super disadvantage. I'm going to change the extension so that every time Eric rolls,
You just
Yes.
roll.
It's
like on average, all the
minus-
we roll.
minus 10 to all rolls.
Yeah, minus 10 to
That's
all
easy to
rolls.
fix. I just be like, all right, I get plus 10 to all my rolls. Awesome.
No, you'll be imperceptible. You'll be like, no.
Fortunately, I have a guy who literally tracks every die roll.
Oh.
On Tuesdays, for those who don't know, Mio
Yeah.
on Tuesdays tracks every single die roll because the perception is that I am exceedingly lucky. Turns out that my die rolls are perfectly average. It's just that my luck happens when it needs to. It's bizarre.
Oh, I'm doing the same thing. You realize that, right?
Okay. I think it's great.
I got a 320 Eric crit and a 281 Eric fail.
Yep. All right.
So you're pretty marginal. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not the one who. I just hit the button. That's all I do.
Yep.
All right.
I'm not there, so I'm just gonna move my token to the side.
Oh no! Don't let you do that.
No, okay,
No.
leave it then.
No, because
I didn't see whatever. it was
I know you
going
didn't see whatever, but I heard you. I'm going to move, and I moved my thing out of the way because you would have seen me.
on. Okay, that's fine. No worries.
All right, so we're going to start off with the first attack, and I cannot target Lumi because she's inside the necklace right now. Correct?
She's gone. She's in a different plane of existence. Yes.
Understood. So, 2d5, my surprise round. We are going to throw boomerangs. And we are going to throw boomerangs first at number 2, which is our sleeping Jimmerly.
I'm inert.
Sorry, inert Jimmerly.
Yes.
But this is
I mean,
surprise, and this is going to be with advantage. Because you can't see the source.
Yep, that's fine.
So, for some reason that did not come through with advantage. A 30 to strike you, sir.
30 will hit me, yes.
That is going to deal 19 slashing damage, and I need you to... That's not rolling everything appropriately. So it's 19 thunder plus... It's 19 bludgeoning and 5 thunder damage. I need you to make a con save of a DC 16, or you will have the stunned condition until the end of your next turn. All right, you are not stunned as there's a loud boom as you are impacted by a boomerang that's approximately 12 feet long.
Jimmy goes, dirt, 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 dirt.
Okay. The next one flies at the cutest mage in all of Toivoa,
No.
Miss Breezy.
How close is the Toma
A
from me?
23 to... Well, that is not rolling with advantage for some reason.
No.
All right,
I
so-
can only
I mean,
see
it's gonna hit her. She's not wearing her.
Yep.
She takes her armor off when she sleeps, so she has an AC of 15 right
Okay.
now.
So that's going to hit you. That means that you're going to suffer that much bludgeoning and that much thunder damage for a total of 25. And because I'm having issues with this, I'm going to send this over to Luminostra so you can see the sheet that I'm using.
25.
Yeah, go.
Ouch.
Send it to me.
Ow!
All right.
What issues you having?
That's... the storm boomerang is not rolling everything.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there it goes. Now it's working. That's bizarre. I don't know. Never
Let
mind.
me-
Disregard that.
No, it's range.
So-
you should do 3d4 and then 2d6
Yeah,
additional. damage.
it just did that now. Didn't work the first time. Oh well.
Let me roll for me as well.
Yeah.
Mine should do.
It's working.
Yeah,
Okay.
bludgeoning and thunder. That's doing.
So, Breezy, and do you need that con save or you will be stunned until the end of your next turn?
Oh, con save. Ooh, rolled well.
Awesome. You are not stunned. We enter the top of the order. Jimmerly, what would you like to do, sir?
Well, I think I don't see the storm giant anywhere.
You do not.
Well,
The boomerang did go to the northeast of you.
so it would have went pew like that, right?
Correct.
Not that it matters a whole lot, but so I can't see it. Jimmy will cast Shield of Faith as a bonus action.
Okay.
And as my action, I will cast
Fireball. No.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Okay, I don't even have level 3 spell.
Come on, you're a paladin of Usil.
Yeah, it doesn't even have level 3 spells.
Under the sun.
So is it just dark? Is the reason we can't see Eric?
It's dark.
Or
It's
is it
nighttime.
Daylight.
That's what I was gonna do, actually. I will, from my Halo of Justice, use Daylight.
All right.
So that's 60-60.
60-60.
I wonder if Breezy, she destroyed all the drift globes.
All right. 60 bright.
I still have one.
You got the one I gave you. That's good. Yeah.
All right. And this is daylight. So we're going to do bright yellow. There we go. Pow.
Oh, where did you put it?
On
It's
his
on
head.
his head.
It's on his head.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a Halo. So, and so he's outside of even. Well, wherever he is, I'm not able to see him. So I'm going to use my action to dodge.
Okay. Cool. After Jimmerly, we go to Mr. Nero. Nero, the thunder has boomed. What would you like to do?
Nero's gonna holler at it as loud as he can. All right, get up! We got the beasties. They've been attacking us. It's time to get up. We got the shit heads. Come on, get up, get up, get up! And he's gonna take dodge action.
Uh-huh. I know you could do better than that if the microphone didn't peek out because you're trained for that, which would be awesome.
let me turn it down some here. Sorry.
No, I know what your history is. I think it's hilarious that you could do better. All right. So, from where we're at, we're going to throw, and these are going to be with disadvantage because we don't want to enter the light.
No.
So, with disadvantage, we're going to throw 2 boomerangs.
Lumi can see a lot.
Yeah, Lumi can see a lot, but can't see them. So 2d5 because you're still in the.
Oh no, my vision is only 30 feet within the.
Oh, okay.
I can only hear within 30 feet.
All right.
But can see
So
within 30
boom.
feet.
Number 3 is Nero. Nero, a boomerang comes from the northeast. A 23 to strike you with disadvantage and advantage.
23 hits. I have 22.
All right, you're going to suffer 18 damage, and I need you to roll a con save or be stunned until the end of your next turn.
All right, I made it.
Okay, you're fine there.
And he had +5 on top of that.
Yep.
Next to doing
The second one is against Mr. Deus Strom. This is advantage and disadvantage, and this one is coming from the, which direction is this? Southeast of you.
Okay.
A 31 to strike you, sir, for 23 damage, and I need a con save.
Yeah, con save. 17.
All right, you're good. So, just 23 damage.
Yeah,
Just.
easy. I eat those for breakfast.
I'm glad.
You ate air boomerang for
I need to get
breakfast?
spells up. I need to start popping up now. I need to start popping up.
All right, Mr. Strom, what would you like to do?
We're gonna cast action mirror image.
Okay.
So,
He's summoning the other ones. No.
so boom. I got 3 clones of me.
Yep.
And
One is
movement-
Mortised, one is Amadeus, and the third one seems to be draconic in nature.
Yeah, do that. I was thinking we need a deusa, a female version of those.
I think we need. Are you cool with that? Colby?
I don't know if the name Deusas is the way I want to
Yeah.
go with it.
I don't know. They'll set. That's what it is. She's
I'll
got a
come
little-
up with
she's got
the-
a
I'll come up
crown
with
on
the-
her head.
It needs to
I'll
be.
come up with a
You can use
clone.
the letters in Amadeus Stromheim to come up with a female version. So it needs to be an
Yeah, I'll come
anagram
up-
somewhere in there.
I'll come up with something.
Okay.
Yeah, we need the female version of those.
Yeah. I
It'd be
think that.
great for
Are you cool with that as far as having a female clone?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Cool. I think that's awesome.
That, we got 3 of those.
It also allows you to play a different character in one shot or future campaign.
Exactly.
And that's gonna last.
It'll be like
for-
South set,
round.
but it's a Del set, so she's like a super like gothy and
Yeah.
evil.
That was my action. Bonus action. I don't really want to do anything. Moved over to Jimmy. Summon his aura. Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Cool. After Deus gets his triplets, we go to Mr. Tomo.
Okay, Tomo will get up and draw his bow, and you said something was down to the southeast here somewhere, right?
Somewhere?
Yeah, he'll take a shot at disadvantage on it.
Yeah, you saw that the boomerang went in yay direction.
And I'll use a bonus action. What is it called? Haven't used this in a while. It's called. Can say shot.
Okay.
To add a d4 to the damage by hit.
Okay. And with disadvantage, you did strike something, and you dealt 13 piercing damage to it.
Plus D4.
14 damage. Thank you. Got it.
And then I'll do another attack.
Okay. With disadvantage, you will still strike something, dealing 9 damage.
Huge.
Cool. Anything else, sir?
I actually get a d4 on this one as well. I was just checking.
Cool.
Nice.
Got it.
Really ought to.
Yeah,
That's
very
helpful.
nice.
Anything else?
That is it for my turn.
All right. After Toma, we go to Miss Luminostra. Luminostra, you've heard
Just a quick
4 peals of thunder. What would you like to do?
Yeah, she wakes up. She
I hope so.
will use half her movement to stand up. Check to see that everybody seems to be. Some people are, like she looks over the windows and stuff and see that people like Breezy's it's her and people seem to be like ready for combat or something.
You see the 4 Stromheims.
Yeah, she kind of twists her head. She kind of nods her, looks her head to the side. It's like, oh, that's a new one I never seen before. It's kind of cute. And then, but she's just like, oh, what should I do? I need to get ready. And then she will cast. She casts Wrath of Shadows on herself.
Okay.
So she concentrates on that. And she is. Thing is, I can use my She grabs her stuff. Basically, she's just gonna get.
Okay.
She's just gonna grab her things and wait. Can I? So I use my action. I have my bonus action. I can use my bonus action to exit the
Okay.
thing, but she doesn't want to do that right now. So
Alright.
she will wait.
Don't feel like catching a boomerang? Okay.
No, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to catch any. She does. She wants to see what's going on. It's not that she doesn't want to catch the, but she doesn't know about the boomerangs.
Right.
So I don't want to take advantage of that.
All good.
But she wants to watch to see what's going on.
Cool.
So let me see if I can use my bonus action for anything that's useful. Not at the moment. But yeah, she will just listen to see what's happening and then wait.
Okay. After
Next turn.
Lumi, we go to Breezy. Breezy, you were rudely awakened.
Yeah, she is going to, because it's really dark, pull out the drift globe from her bag, which I believe is an action.
Yep.
I mean,
Um,
it's really dark.
Jimmy cast daylight.
Yeah.
I still can't see anything.
Oh.
Hold on.
Can you see yourself?
I can see like 30 feet around me, but everything around in like a 30-foot radius is outside of that is gray.
Okay. Let me double check to see that everything's right for you here. Yeah, that's right. That's what you can see.
Yep.
Do you want to
Would the-
get the drift globe
would-
out?
Well, wouldn't the daylight spell that he casts be lighting up?
That's how far it lights up.
60 feet light, 60 feet bright, 60 foot dim.
Yep.
I can only see 30 feet.
We could
If-
move the boat as well. We don't have to stay where we are.
I just shared an example of what it looks like in our chat.
Sorry, I'm just kind of tired. Yeah, that's okay. Well, that's what it's supposed to look like. Well, she can't target anything because she can't see anything.
You can.
Anything with an
if
attack
you
roll,
want
you can
cast
do it with
spell-
a disadvantage.
Exactly. You cannot. Things that are obscured or hidden, you can attack with the disadvantage.
Well, she doesn't even know where to aim.
You don't need to. You can hear
need to.
combatants in battle to where you know their location.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No. Let's see. Well. Huh. She'll cast bless on everybody. So that's 3. So to cast it on 1, she's gonna cast bless on Tomo, Lumi, and
Lumi,
Jimmy
you can't
and
target
Nero.
Lumi.
Oh, she's in her sanctum. That's
She's
right.
in a sanctum still. Yeah.
So I'm gonna cast blessed on Tomo, Nero, Jimmy, and Deus. It's a second
You.
level spell. And then she's gonna hit the deck.
Okay.
Prone is good. Prone is
Going
good.
prone. Smart.
Yeah. And that's it for her turn.
Cool. Mr. Adler, man.
He is going to shout in giant. Face me, coward! Quit hiding in the darkness. And he's gonna stand up at the edge of the boat and just kind of roar that. And I will continue to take the dodge action while I wait for it to approach.
Okay. Cool. As you shout, we go to Nero.
So Nero's gonna steer, knowing that there's been an attack from the southeast and the northeast at this point. He's gonna steer the ship to the southeast in the direction that he thinks it came from,
Okay.
and tell everybody, look to your north and look to your south. I'm going to the southeast direction, and he's gonna take the dodge action.
All right. So driving the ship. Well, are you driving the ship or are you taking the dodge action? Because it takes an action to drive the ship.
Okay, well then, well I did same thing last time. I was driving the ship last round. I was
Well,
able
yes,
to take dodge
but
action.
maneuvering the ship, so moving it, it's going to be the action. Do you want to move it southwards?
Yeah, I'll move it southeast then.
All right, so we move 40 feet to there. Awesome. Cool. Anything else you'd like to do? Bonus action?
Let's see. Can I? Nope. I can't bonus action dodge. So.
Not yet, no.
Nope.
All right,
That's it.
cool. We're going to throw 2 more boomerangs. 2d5, because can't see Lumi yet. All right, Mr. Strom. We're going to throw a boomerang at you. And boomerang comes towards you with disadvantage and advantage, so it's a straight roll. And It's not coming through.
I can roll if you want.
One sec. I'm figuring it out. I think my Roll20 disconnected me.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah. All right. Trying one more time here. There it goes. A 28 to strike you, sir. Disadvantage and advantage. So, I hit a mirror image, I believe. As
Yes, you hit a
Gotcha.
clone.
Cool. The second strike is going to be against target number 3, which is Mr. Nero. Nero! A 21 to hit you, sir.
21 misses.
All right. So, a 21 misses you. Awesome. That's huge.
sir.
How's your AC now? Damn.
22, baby.
Gotcha.
22.
All right. Mr. Strom.
We are going to. Do I want to buff up more? Yeah, I can't see them anyways. We're gonna mage armor and hit the floor.
Okay. I do need to go ahead and tell you where the boomerangs came from this time. I forgot to do that. I'm sorry. One boomerang came from this direction. I'm sorry. The second boomerang came from this direction. The first boomerang came from that direction.
As the boomerang takes out one of the copies, he'll kind of swing his head back. They're still north, and then cast mage armor and just hit the deck.
Okay. Mr. Tomo.
Tomo's going to keep firing at the one that he is steering to the southeast.
It is now to the east of you.
Okay, and then he will fire that direction.
Cool.
And say shot bonus action.
Sure. And you'll hit.
This is with disadvantage.
Oh, no.
I can't see him.
Yep.
Okay, one more shot.
Sure. Disadvantage with the 19. You will hit him, dealing 12 damage. Excellent. You hear that solid thunk.
Plus another 4 damage.
Awesome. Cool.
And then he will see what others are doing and think it's very smart, and he'll use that as movement to drop prone.
Cool.
That's
Luminastra.
my turn.
What do you want to do?
Lumia uses a bonus action to appear next to Tomo. To see what's going on. She's going to fly out of the boat, 30 feet. She can see something over here.
Sure.
She attacks with the advantage because I have the Refer Shadows, which is Shadows on Moil. It gives me heavily obscured, so I always attack with the advantage because he cannot see me.
Correct.
So she's gonna cast.
And you can see through it, right?
What's that?
The Shadows of Moil, you can see through it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can see it. I got Devil Sight as well,
Gotcha.
so I can
Cool.
see through everything. This is an aura of darkness around her, and
Gotcha.
she's heavily obscured by these things. Let me just make sure I use the right thing. Advantage. So she makes the first attack. 19 to hit for 17 damage.
Got it.
And then the second attack. Uh, 22 to hit for 12 damage.
Yes, ma'am. Anything else?
Nope. She used a bonus action and her attack, and she points towards her straight ahead. She's right over there.
Okay.
Which I can't see which way she's pointing.
She points. Yeah, I mean,
Really?
she's heavily obscured. She basically just shouts straight ahead. Straight ahead the ship. She shouts straight ahead.
Okay.
We be going that way.
Cool. Miss Breezy, you're prone.
Yep. She is going to stand up, and then she is going to point her finger in the direction Toma was shooting at,
Sure.
and she's firing. Do I need to see the point I'm firing at? Hold on a sec. A bright streak flashes from your pointing finger to a point you can choose within range. So no,
Yep.
you don't need to see to cast fireball.
No, you don't.
So she is. So she is going to cast a 4th level fireball. It's a 20-foot radius. She's kind of guessing. She doesn't know where to. About right there.
Okay, cool. As it explodes there's a bright puff of snow and ice, I assume, correct?
No, she's actually
Doing the fireball?
fire this. Yeah, because
Awesome.
hopefully it'll make a little bit of light
Cool.
for people to target.
The fireball explodes there, and nothing is revealed.
Ew.
If we're
Lumi
playing Battleship,
sees that.
you missed.
Yeah, Lumi sees that and say, no, much further out, full range.
Oh, that far out. Wow.
Yeah.
Like she starts. Okay, Breezy gets goes prone again and starts readjusting her depth charge.
Okay.
And that's it for her turn.
Jim really Adler, man.
Jimmy is going to shout, "You are cowards! I thought giants had pride!" And I'm actually going to... He's starting that in giant, by the way.
Sure.
I'm gonna hold my action in case Nero gets stunned. In case I need to take over the ship.
Understood. That's valid. Mr. Nero.
Oh, God.
Nero's going to keep steering the ship forward. So do I need to, since I'm not changing direction, can I take the dodge action or do?
No, you get.
How's
If
that
you're
work?
moving the ship, it takes the action. So we can
Okay.
move the ship.
Yep, moving the ship.
40 feet. Here we go. 40 feet moves you to there.
And that'll be it for Nero.
All right. After Nero, we go to their turn, and you guys who understand giant are going to hear, "Kill the one in the magical darkness."
No. Don't
She
do
can
that.
see
She doesn't
us.
understand.
And we're going to attack the one person who we can't hit normally. So we're going to throw these at you.
All have disadvantage.
Yep, we have disadvantage. So here we go. We got to end that because you're the one person who's threatening us at the moment. Everyone else is just shooting in the dark. All right, so the first one, it'll be a 31 to blast you. With disadvantage means a 15 to get you.
Oh, that still hits him.
Okay, that's going to be 21 damage. And I need a con save of a DC 16 or be stunned.
Good thing is if she
I'm
falls on
next
the
to-
ship, if she's stunned.
Yeah, if because of where Nero drove, if you do get stunned, you fall onto the ship.
I use my inspiration.
You're going to use the inspiration here? Okay. This is a good time
Yeah,
to use
passed.
it. All right, awesome. That's
Nice.
helpful.
I need to my con anyway for my concentration. I passed.
Awesome. Cool. The second one with disadvantage here, Lumi.
Yeah.
I
my
hold
God,
down the
one
control, but oh well. A 28 to blast you, Luminostra.
Yeah, that hits. So first con for concentration. I passed, so I
Yep.
don't lose the spell. How much damage?
It's going to be the 26 damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm halfway down. I have HP. And then the cons if I'm stunned. I am not.
All right, you're not stunned. Got it. That's all I can do, except for now I'm going to move.
Yeah.
And we are going
Wait.
to move, and we're going to move feet to here. You have to move.
It shouts and say he went southeast.
All right. That's going to be the extent of my turn. Mr. Stromheim. You Strom.
Still can't see these guys.
Yep.
Which sucks.
Like, can't you guys fly? Haven't you learned the fly spell yet?
Little sidetracked here, Lumi. Don't have time to worry about fucking flying. And I'm just gonna cast Silas's Interface.
Okay, that's valid.
The only thing I've learned is that there are absolute cowards amongst giants.
Not wrong.
These cows are beating us.
No, they're just hiding like little children with absolutely zero pride who run home to mommy and daddy after they beat up people at the scene and try to brag about how cool they are when they have nothing.
Oh,
All right. Anything else, Mr. Diaz, other than the
no, that's
interface?
good.
All right.
That's good. My turn.
Chomo, what do you want to do?
He will shoot another couple times at the one that he's been tracking
Sure.
and say shot bonus action.
Sure. And that hits.
14.
Yes, sir. They don't have great AC. This is what they do. All right. So that's going to deal 11 with the first shot, and that'll also hit, dealing 10 additional. Chomo's just shooting arrows into the darkness and hitting things because he's just that damn
It's
good.
working out.
Yeah, because he's like a ninja samurai.
Right?
He's Tomo.
Right.
Like,
It's Tomo. Uh-huh.
He takes one deep breath in, and he's like, it's like a radar. He's got everything pinged.
Awesome. Cool.
And yeah, he will make himself prone again at the end of his turn. That's it.
All right. Luminostra, you got beaten up that time.
Yeah, well, there's not much else I can do. Lumi will fly 30 feet this way. She sees.
Found me. Damn.
She found it. She points towards the. I mean, you guys can't see her. She just like. She just says slightly like. Slightly southeast from the boat.
Do you have
And,
do you have fairy fire?
I do. So that's a good question. I mean, I will lose my my thing if I do,
Oh,
because I'm concentrating on this spell. But they do. It doesn't actually matter, to be honest, because they have fucking a plus 12 to hit anyway, so they're just gonna hit me regardless. Let me just see how far I am from it. 90. 90 is too far. Fairy fire, fairy fire. What's fairy fire? It's cosmic dust. $60 No, I'm too far from it.
Okay.
Lumi will use her Misty Step
Okay.
to move herself closer.
Sure.
So that is
30 feet closer.
she uses 30 feet closer, so she uses that.
All right.
30 feet.
And I need to make this saving throw, and I don't have advantage on this if you're going to do this.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna fairy fire this guy. So, well, it's fine. I'm sure. Knowing Eric's rolls, I'm probably gonna. Not
I got a 7.
There be the little shit.
Harry does that guy.
All right. This is clutch, just saying, guys.
It is, yes.
All right. There he is.
damn, he's
There
big.
he is. He is big. Lumi's just like, over there. Thank you, Breezy. That was a good idea.
All right. So your shadows
my
go away?
shadows go. Yeah, they go away.
All right.
So they don't no longer have. I no longer have advantage on my attacks, and they no longer have disadvantage on my to attack me.
Yeah. Okay. Gosh dang. All right.
Yeah, well, they all probably gonna go kill the fairy, murder her.
Now, Breezy, you're up. What do you want to do? You got a ping. One ping only. What do you want to do?
Manny, there we go.
No, that won't work. He's a giant. He's probably super strong. Everything else requires to be closer.
Yes, he could, Tomo. He definitely could do that.
I'm gonna 5th level fireball him.
Okay. Wow, that's a big one. Dexterity saving throw. 16. All right, I'm gonna suffer 32 fire damage.
Just like As soon as he's lit up, she just shoots it right at his face.
Boom! It explodes right in his face. All right.
And she's gonna go prone again.
Cool.
Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!
Jimmy Adlerman.
Jimmy goes, "Oh, look who it is!" And I'm at 160 feet right now.
You can move, or you could move the boat again with your action.
Yeah.
Or Nero's driving.
Yeah, but you can just move it to the side and just move the boat. It's just an action that needs to be used.
I mean, technically, we did say that Nero and Jimmy were both driving.
Mhm.
It's
No,
just kind of-
yeah, Jimmy's more of the standby. So what I'm gonna do, I'm pretty sure I have this. Gotta double check here real quick. Where is it? Not that one. It's over here. No, that's that. Okay, what did I take over here? Please tell me, for the love of God, I picked this up. I sure didn't. Wow. Should have, I guess. I'm like, I got distance spell, right? No. He did not have distance spell.
Hmm.
So I will. I don't think I can. You can't go. Yeah, I don't have a long on that. Dang it. Okay. So that didn't work out like I planned. I'm gonna hold my action
Sure.
to cast Chill Touch. I'll be like, Nero, move the boat forward.
Aye, I'll be moving it forward.
And I'm gonna move here and let do that.
Okay.
That'll put me at. Yeah, he only needs to go another. I only need him to go 20 feet forward, and then I'm gonna blast him with Chill Touch.
All right. Cool. And so after Jim Lee, Nero.
Nero's gonna move the boat forward, but at a east southeast direction.
All right, east southeast. So about like this.
Yep.
And then I'm blasting him with Chill Touch.
Okay.
And I get advantage because he's fair fired. All right.
Yes, sir. And a 28 hits it.
So he'll do 9 necrotic damage, and it cannot heal until what?
End of its next turn, I think.
Yeah, it's end of my next turn, and his next turn, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
it's
right.
the start of my next turn. Start
Okay.
of my next turn. Yeah.
Mr. Nero, anything else you'd like to do? Bonus action?
Nope, that'll be it. I can't. So I know I can bonus action dash, but it doesn't. Does that incorporate the boat?
Yep.
I'll bonus action dash move the boat another 40 feet to the east, directly to the east.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Cool.
That'll be it.
All right. So, all right. So we are going to move. And we are going to move like so. And then we're going to throw boomerangs. And I have to see if you guys are still in range.
Ah,
The really far guy, probably not. I can actually see him.
I am in range. You guys are
no.
still within 240 feet.
good lord.
Yeah, we are in range. Yeah.
All right, so we are going to throw a boomerang at you from the northwest. So roll 1d6. Number 1, Mr. Strum, the storm boomerang. Misses
That's a
you.
miss. That's a
Yes.
I don't even got to roll for that.
And
Yeah,
then
baby.
this guy here is he's so low. All right, yeah. You know what? We are going to go ahead and we're going to do that attack. 1d6. Number 3. Number 3 is Miss Breezy. You the one that did the fireball to me, so we're going to try to punish you for that.
No,
Breezy,
I'm prone. So that hits.
You can
Well,
see
he
it
has
though.
disadvantage.
So this
I
is
can
with
see him, yeah.
disadvantage. So a
Yeah.
27 to
Nope.
get you.
That hits. Ow!
All right. That's going to deal 21 damage to you, Breezy. I need a con
21
save.
damage.
Times 2.
You're saved.
Yep.
All right. That's their turn. All right, Mr. Strom.
He's very far, so I have advantage. And this guy's saves are pretty high, so we're just gonna start chucking out firebolts.
Okay.
Do-do-do.
With the 26, you firebolt him.
And that is going to do 11 fire damage.
Got it. As the firebolt sears through the air, it burns the cloud giant.
And then we're gonna do a little army crawl about. How far is Jimmy's aura? Am I in Jimmy's aura right now?
Yes.
I don't think so.
It's 10 feet.
10 feet.
Yep, so you are.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna move this way just to be on the other side of the mast.
Cool. All right, Mr. Tomo.
Someone's going to stand up. He's going to. This guy's fairy fired, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he is going to draw one of his arrows of slaying.
Oh, no.
Pull it back, adjust his aim to account for the wind,
Uh-huh.
and bonus action Kensei shot, of course,
With advantage.
and let it loose.
Plus.
At 24, he strikes him. So we're starting with 11. And then I need to do a con save. 11 plus your Kensei shot of 3. So we're at 14. My con save correct against Arrow of Slaying?
DC 17.
I got a 19. I
Okay.
still take half, I believe, correct?
Oh, nice.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Right? Those things are expensive for a reason. So it's going to be 14 plus 20 for a total of 34 damage with this arrow. Ow!
Damn.
All right, then kiss her.
All right, Mr. Tomo, you're being very accurate now that you have this light on him.
Yeah, he's going to draw another one.
Oh, that's not necessary. All right, you got him.
Plus 4.
The D4. Yep, it's the 4.
15.
Is this another arrow slaying? Okay, the con save comes
Oh,
in.
damage on that one. Oh,
He takes all of it. Yes, sir.
All right, so that's going to be 15 plus 16 for a total of 31 damage. That's still solid, guys.
15 plus 23. Your save was 16.
Oh, okay. Is the DC 16?
17.
DC 17.
Understood. Took the full damage. So, I need to add an additional 7 damage. Got it. Yes, sir. All right.
Okay, I'll action surge and draw another one.
Yes.
Tomo got inspired by a dance. That's going to hit.
Yeah.
Roll a 3 at a hit. Okay, I'll take
These
it.
guys have an AC of 14, guys. Okay. They hit like trucks, but they're just glass cannons.
Squishy.
All right. So that's going to be 14 plus my con save. 14 plus 32 is going to be 46 damage. All right, Tomo, I see you. Would you like to take your
Eat it,
fourth shot,
Rico.
sir?
I would. I don't have any more arrows of slaying, though, so it's just a normal one.
Okay.
Crit.
I was about to say,
That would have been nice, yeah.
That's going to deal 9 plus, you can say, if 4. Damn, dude. You maxed that out. Oh, no. My script's not going to work. He's supposed to run away once he reaches half. He's not going to get a chance. All right.
Sure not, Eric.
Anything else, Tomo?
half my movement to drop prone, and that's it for my turn.
All right, Louis.
I wonder what to do here.
This is where you use your Eldritch Blast and you knock him away.
Blast.
Yeah, no, I don't want to knock him away. I want to cast
Get him
grovel on him. I want to
Yeah.
cast man, tell him to grovel and watch him drop 500 feet into the air.
Is that what you want to do?
Smack.
I'm perfectly fine
No.
with that. Letting him get away.
I want him to die.
I know. It's good.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
perfectly good. You guys are doing awesome.
Yeah, no, I'll cast Eldritch Blast. So
Okay.
it should have gone with advantage, so let me crit fish.
Sure. Okay.
It
24 will
be
hit.
11,
Got it.
and then second attack. It'll be 8. So it'll be 19 points of damage.
Okay. Got it.
And she will move. She moves closer to it. Anything else? Bonus action. That is it.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Miss Breezy.
Oh, I gotta do my. I forgot. He hit me for like 20 damage. I gotta do my con save. For the blessed.
Yes.
I think I probably lost it.
Yep.
It was like 25. Yeah.
Oh.
Scott.
Well, he. Can she try to finish him off? Let's she use telekinesis or another fireball? Nah, he's probably gonna bust out of it. He's too strong. She'll cast a 5th level fireball.
Okay. So, as the fireball goes out there, he dies. He had 30 health left. The
Bye-bye.
fireball sears out there, and as it explodes, the cloud giant here just is dissipated by the fire.
What about his stings?
His boomerang, the 12-foot boomerang, plummets 500 feet down towards the ocean. His scimitar, the 20-foot long scimitar, falls 500 feet down towards the ocean.
20-foot long
Yeah.
scimitar.
20-foot long scimitar. Yeah. It was a magical scimitar as well, so as soon as you touch it, you change size.
It's like a normal scimitar to someone like
I
Jomo,
never
though.
said it was a magical scimitar.
Oh, I know. Well, you did say they go ground dwellers to make them for them.
Yep.
Anyway, I digress.
All right.
Mr.
Anything else,
Fine.
Breezy?
Well, she in case that other one sneaks up on her, she's gonna go prone again, and that's
Okay.
it.
Cool. Jimmerly?
We're still in combat.
For the moment.
Yes.
Alright. Jameel's gonna snort and go coward, and then he's gonna stand here and be on the lookout. I'm gonna take the dodge action, but I'm being wary of additional attacks.
Cool. Nero?
Nero would ask the group, are we chasing the other one, or are we trying to get the hell out of here?
I think it's best if we keep moving.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right, so he's going to use his action to move the boat to the southeast and dash action to continue that same direction.
All right. On my turn, I will stop flying so I can drop 500 feet away from you guys because you killed my brother and I don't want to die.
Okay.
So we will exit initiative. And you guys can continue sailing off into the night.
Away, sail away.
And we can go ahead and just let you guys take a short rest, unless there's something you want to do with your abilities before the short rest, like second wind, etc. Your long rest, I mean.
I don't think there's any recovering any arrows for me, right?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Just wanted to
Swan
check.
dive over the edge for a quick grab.
You're going to go swimming. Looking
We tie
for the
the
arrows.
anchor rope We'll tie the anchor up to Jimmy and just drag him and let him grab shit as we fly by.
We need to find a way to magnetize Jimmy and just drag him across the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be fun.
We're magnet fishing with Jimmy.
Can you imagine how grumpy he'd be after that?
Just chain drag Jimmy behind the boat. That'd be
Come back
horrible.
covered in like seaweed and fish and like pulling crabs out of various things. He just like look at everyone like, I hate you all.
Big squid stuck right around his neck. Oh man. All right, guys. Well, that's where we're going to end for today. And next week, you guys will very likely, like exceedingly likely, finish Ocean Crossing towards Reston. So, guys, thank you so much for choosing me to be your GM. You guys are doing amazing. I'm always thankful you choose me to be yours. There's a ton of amazing ones out there. Do check out the Patreon over at patreon.com/GMEric. If you know someone who wants to play my game, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them. We do have that one shot with Bubble Laser coming up. That sign up is right on the front page of gmeric.com. And check out the YouTube for podcasts and the archives and the GM tip videos every single day. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful day. Please stay safe. Tell your moms you thank them. Today is Mother's Day, so thank you, Mom. Appreciate it. And we will catch you guys later. We'll be back tomorrow evening for the Underwatch, as they finally found one of the portals back to their headquarters and are going to go back in and delve deeper into the Sanctum of the Starfallen.